Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Sandhills Global, live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Steve Sipple, Jake Swords with you in studio. Bill Busch out today. He'll be back again tomorrow speaking in Western Nebraska. Today, we have a lot to get to on the show. Of course, about Nebraska basketball last night. The football schedule is out for 2026. Interesting hire in Buffalo at head coach. The Buffalo Bills. We'll give you an update on last night's other Big Ten hoops games as well. Steve, how are you this fine Wednesday morning? By the way, not a sign of wind. It is pleasant outside. Pleasant.
It is.
Yes. Feels summery out there compared to previous days in this state.
Well, Jake, I'm going to say it felt like that yesterday.
I think more so this morning than yesterday. You thought it was tropical yesterday. I said, I pushed back a little bit on that one. It was nice compared to the tundra of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, you are right. It was nice. But today, compared to yesterday, is like San Diego.
Okay. Now, there's something we could do here that's really easy.
What's that?
We could compare the temperature.
I don't know what the temperature was yesterday. I forget what it was at this time. I think it was 16. It may have been 60. Is it easy to look up?
With Connor's
right
help.
Now, it's 14 degrees, so I guess it would be technically colder than at this time yesterday. However, there is not a sign of wind outside.
No, don't do that because there wasn't wind yesterday.
I stand by what I said. Felt tropical this morning. I was very happy to walk outside.
I agree with you. I'm just saying it felt that way.
I took the recycling out. I'm like, wow, this is pleasant.
Took the recycling.
Yeah, Wednesday's recycling. In our neighborhood, Wednesday recycling. Friday is trash. So recycling out this morning.
That's how it goes?
In my neighborhood, yes, on my street. Every street's different. Literally every street. The street to the east of us is different than our street. They're all different.
I don't think I have the recycling option.
Well, it's nice to have that.
Yeah, it does feel good out. I don't know what's the day supposed to be like. I think it's supposed to be very.
The day today is going to be
mild.
33 degrees.
Oh, nice.
Chilly day Friday, 19, 20 Saturday, and then back in the mid-30s next week. So we may survive this winter after all, just with the cold spell and an inch of snow we had the other day. That's it.
Inch. Was that an inch?
I mean, we had snow in November. That I think Black Friday and the Saturday after that, we had a snowstorm. Maybe one time after that, but otherwise, as we keep saying, there's a drought right now. We need some precipitation, either rain or a big snowstorm. We need it for Joey, for all the farmers, for the state, for the state in general, for ag.
For ag.
We are an ag show, okay? A sports and ag show. We care about the agriculture of the state.
We're a sports and ag
We
show.
are. It's exactly what we are.
Bill's
we fit
gone.
Nebraska to a T. Yeah, Bill's gone. He'll be back tomorrow.
Bill's gone to everybody. It pains him to be gone. It pains
And he would usually join us via stream, but his stuff is like literally, I think, at 8 a.m. So it's a bunch. Right now, it's preparation for his speech out there. There's no time to jump on today. He would be here if he could.
Could get Marty on.
We'll be all right with that.
Marty's in Miami.
Well, why?
He had a big case in Miami.
Okay.
Won a big case. He was really happy yesterday. He called me from a bar in Miami. Was celebrating some kind of, I don't mind saying it. I don't know. Maybe you're not supposed to say stuff like, I don't know. He was really happy. He's going to watch the game. And he was texting during the game, of course.
He was.
We will talk about the game in a second.
Shortly, yes.
The game.
Yes. I think you'd be proud of me. Speaking of the game.
How did you handle it?
Well, I had people over at the house last night.
You did?
Now, I think you and me and Bill are very similar in how we like to watch games usually, and that is by ourselves. If we're not at the game, like in the press box or in the stands, I would say all three of us are the same. It's either with one person or with nobody. Just let me watch the game.
I'm going nobody.
Now, last night we had some friends from church over.
Oh, that's nice.
As we had probably, 10, 12 people there.
Wow.
And I think if you talk to each one of them right now, individually as an interview, they'd say, Jake, handled himself very well. To have people over the house and to watch a very stressful, exciting basketball game. I handled myself. I was very, was somewhat calm. I obviously was excited, energetic, but didn't do anything dumb. Didn't say anything dumb. It was proper.
Didn't pull your shirt off.
No, the shirt stayed on. But I didn't say anything I regret either. It was very much so reserved,
right?
But excitingly reserved.
God,
I am maturing here.
Say that again.
I am maturing, whatever you want to say.
No, maturing's correct.
Yes, I am. I'm noticing myself maturing. It scares me a little bit. That could be proper in a group of people watching Nebraska basketball at my house with those who could very easily judge what I do and what I say. I didn't melt down. I stayed strong. I was very in it the whole time.
That has to be cut out, right? I mean,
I
am maturing.
I am maturing as a person. I'm getting there.
Good job.
We're making progress.
Good job.
We're making life progress here, Zip. We are.
No, that's good.
And you could probably ask Elizabeth. She would say, "Yeah, Jake was very in control of himself."
10 people from church.
Yes. We had pizza. We had some pizza. We had some garlic bread. We had breadsticks. We had it was a fun time. We had some cookies we made.
Wow.
I helped make the cookies.
You treated.
I bought some pizza, so it was our pleasure to hold people. Yeah, to host people. It was nice.
Is this where you sing at church?
No, I don't. I do sing at church on Sundays, yet not in the stands like others do. I don't sing in a group. I probably could.
Are these the people you sing with?
I mean, no. I
don't know why I'm asking that. That part of you is always interesting to me. The church.
Don't sing with this group of people
because you sing sometimes and it's pretty good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Very kind words. I do sing.
You're welcome.
I've been told to go sing in the church choir, but I just don't have.
Right.
I don't have the time for it.
Oh, please! You don't have time for the Lord.
I do.
Wow.
I do.
Wow.
In different settings, though. Wow, that was very good. Very good response, by the way. That was a proper response by you.
Apt.
That was a good response.
Time? Wow.
You're right. Priorities got to be put in place here.
You may want to
try to do the best I can.
Rethink some things.
We'll look at the choir at some point. We will.
TikTok can wait.
I don't do TikTok. I do not open your TikToks when you send those. I don't. Whenever people send me TikToks, they don't get open. Okay. I don't do TikTok. Now, Seth will send me a TikTok once a week. I don't open it. You didn't see it. I don't open TikToks. I don't do it.
Do you have
I don't have it. No, I don't have the app.
Okay.
If I had the app, I would open the TikTok. That's the thing. I don't have it. I don't want it. I don't open it. I'm not going to.
Insta.
I have Instagram. I do.
You do the reels.
I watched probably some reels when I was mad at swim.
Yeah, you did.
And some tweets. Yeah, probably 10 minutes. It says, give me 10 minutes. No, I'll be back. It was not a half hour. It was 10 minutes of just let me have some calm down time as I'm maturing as a person versus barking at somebody.
Reels
Ways to calm yourself down.
Reels get you through a jam.
Ways to calm yourself down.
Just go sit in the corner and watch reels.
That's what I did. The front seat next to David, who was driving. I was to myself for 10 minutes. It was fun.
It's not a horrible idea.
No. That's what we call this self-awareness and maturing. That's what I'm trying to do as a person.
Yeah. That's good.
I don't have much else. But I would say yesterday, idle chit chat. Yesterday we had a remote broadcast at Mulberry Barbecue. Went very well. A lot of breakers came by. A lot of ticket fans came by. It was a pretty full house. Again, from 11 to 2 yesterday, we had 50% of all proceeds going to the Capital Humane Society.
That's big.
We had like 60 to 70 people through there. It was a pretty good crowd for lunch.
That's good. On that.
Chad, the owner, was very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy. I like we do events. We want you to show up. So
Tuesday.
thank you to the ticket fans for showing up.
That was Tuesday.
And the food obviously is barbecue. It's not like I've got to drag you out to eat barbecue. People like to do that gladly. Mm-hmm. And I had burnt ends. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, that sounds good. Idle chit chat. I got a haircut yesterday. The girl that cut my hair is funny. Did I tell you that?
Is this a joke coming here?
No.
Sounds like a joke set
It's
up.
not. Oh, I got a good one though
the haircut looks nice. Yes, we both got haircuts this week.
Yeah, I wondered, I almost was going to ask her, is that a phenomenon in the haircut industry where if you know somebody who gets a haircut, you feel like, oh, that looks good. I want to get a haircut.
Yes,
I wonder if that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing.
Did I tell you about the last time I went to that barber shop, Cost Cutters?
No.
What she said, this girl that cut my hair. It was a pretty funny moment. She wasn't cutting my hair this time. It was another woman that was cutting my hair. And we were talking, the woman that was cutting my hair at Cost Cutters was talking about how much she works. And she works a lot. And sometimes she works alone. And that's not easy to do at Cost Cutters because what do you got to do? You got to man the desk. Then you got to go cut the person's hair, then man the desk, cut the person's hair. I mean, you're always moving. It's a lot. And she said, well, I kind of like it. I like all of that. And I said, I'm kind of the same way. The busier it is and the more hectic it is, I actually feel more comfortable. And the girl in the corner goes, trauma response.
I like that.
I was like, wait a second.
Good answer there. I like that comment.
Just out of the blue, from the corner of the room, she was cutting somebody else's hair, but obviously listening to us.
Eavesdropping on your conversation.
As she goes, trauma response.
That kind of happens in salons, though.
Yeah, I'm like, what? what
Everyone's conversation is their conversation there.
Yes.
There's no privacy in a salon. There's no privacy in a salon.
No,
and that's just
there
the
shouldn't
rule.
be.
You walk in, you know that whatever I say here is probably going to get heard by 15 people that are just going to listen to what I'm saying.
She did a great job, but it was interesting. This was an interesting one because it felt like she was racing. Like, I think her thing is speed. Like, that's her thing.
Well, she wants more money.
Well,
more haircuts,
it wasn't
more,
like there was
more
people
cash.
waiting, though. It wasn't like there's people waiting.
Well, she just wants her own time then. She wants more me
her
time.
Her thing was speed. Like, she whipped through it. I bet it
trying
took,
to be on your phone and messing around.
I bet it took her like 4 minutes.
Cut your hair?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Fine. It looks good. And the one time I got it cut at another Cost Cutters, and it was a girl who was cutting hair for the first time. And it was like she was cutting individual hairs.
Yep, that'll take a while.
She was like right on my head, too. Like, her eyes were right on my head.
So you went from a 4-minute haircut to like a 50-minute haircut.
It was so long. And when she got done, she goes, it's okay if you want to come back tomorrow and get it kind of redone. She didn't know what she was doing. It was like one of the first times she'd ever done it. She said that right after.
I think you were doing the show at that time. You told me about that.
Yep. She goes, you can come back tomorrow.
And yet here you are. The hair still looks good.
Yeah. And it does in this case.
Yes.
It's easier. Anyway, Cost Cutters yesterday worked. Did that schedule stuff. It was a day.
It was a day. It was a very, it was a good day.
Connor's here.
We
should mention Connor.
Connor's been working hard. I had him cutting some clips up this morning, so we'll get some audio here in a second.
He has the antelope.
And he's got
pullover.
He has the one that Bill is obsessed with, the deer on the pullover, the fleece pullover.
With a background.
Yep.
Yes.
Which he found.
I like it.
It's from Old Navy via, I think his girlfriend Eve bought him that, is what he said.
One of his girlfriends, Eve.
One. Yep, the one. The one that we're aware of. The others, they hide in the corners. We don't know where they're at or their names.
Corners.
We don't know their names.
No.
But they exist probably. Maybe.
We're kidding. Eve,
yes.
You're fine.
Yes. That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at 738 Ag. They don't guess, they game plan. Using soil tests, yield maps, and field data, they help farmers call the right shots for their ground. Learn more today at 738ag.com. Let's talk some hoops. 464-5685. Call or text the show as always. Nebraska does suffer their first loss of the season last night, 75-72 at Michigan. But Sip, I think I speak for the people here, which I have not done for a while.
Right.
We have been very proud of this basketball team all season long. Of course, a 20-0 start with the epic win in Sioux Falls against the struggling now Oklahoma team, but an epic game. The wins in KC against New Mexico and Kansas State, of course, at Illinois, Michigan State at home, on and on and on. Mm-hmm. We went into last night's game at number 3 Michigan without Braden Frager making the trip, with Rink Mast 12 minutes before the game telling Fred, I can't go.
Man,
you're playing a team that has won 6 games by 40-plus points. Now, it's been since, I think that was the last one was in early January. They've definitely come back to the norm of what that looked like. I'm so damn proud of these guys. I sound like Paul Rhodes here, the Iowa State coach back in the day when they beat Nebraska. I am so proud to be your coach.
Well,
that?
That's, what's apt.
That's me.
Yeah, it's apt.
I'm watching the game with the church friends at the house, and I'm gutted because they lose the game, especially how it happened, and we'll get to turn over the fouls in a second. But
the foul.
This team, Sip, tell me if I'm wrong, proved last night that any conversation about a potential run to a national championship is legitimate.
Oh yeah,
that's
100%.
That's a great basketball team. They won again. They forced 19 turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Held them to on 3-pointers. What were they? Michigan was 6 for 26, and you could say, well, it's bad shooting, or it was great defense, getting a hand in their face, making no easy shots for Michigan. Like, this team proved in a loss, if you were doubting if they are legit, they are absolutely legit.
Well, I mean, it's no, I got to say, okay, so the rink mast issue sprung up yesterday afternoon. That's when you started hearing people.
Yep.
God, no, it was during our live chat.
I got a text from Nick. So Nick Sainert was out there from the ticket. He texted my group here at like about noon or so. Right. About noon or so. There's
That's when it started
rumors
cropping
of
up.
Illness for rink mass.
That's when it started cropping
Correct.
up. And there was a period where, like Robin, I don't know if he tweeted or he put it on our message board. I there's so many different things to follow now. He said, well, so it looks like rink's going to be okay. So I thought, that's good. Then, as you pointed out, I think off air, he tried warming up.
Yes.
But he didn't go through the final 2 stages of warm-ups. Okay, that's a problem.
Right. There was video of him shooting threes and on the court in the about an hour before the game. We saw that. But like you said, the last round or two didn't show up. And then he tells Fred, and Fred said in post-game that it was 12 minutes before the game that Rink finally said, Fred, I can't go.
He couldn't keep anything down, even water.
Yep.
So he was vomiting all night. This is all according to Robin's report. Rink Mast was vomiting all night and stayed at the team hotel through pregame shoot-around. So he didn't go to the pregame shoot-around. He did his best to fight through the illness, even going through a stretch of pregame warm-ups. He just couldn't keep anything down. Now, think about the human element there. How horrifying that is for Rink Mast. This monster game.
Yeah, you've had a rough stretch of games. You're trying to get, he would tell you he's had a rough stretch of basketball games, and you're trying to get over the hump, help your team win a top 5 matchup, and your body is just letting you down. There's nothing you can do. You did nothing wrong. Illness, again, we're right now late January where every year the flu bug goes around every team, every campus, every city, and it's almost a survival of the fittest eventually for at least a couple weeks.
It just hurt. I mean, it's really, I feel badly for Rink because you know how badly he wanted to be out there. Okay, so you mentioned that they don't have Frager, obviously.
Didn't make the trip.
Now, it sounds good for Illinois. But
yes.
So now your thought is, I don't know that my thought was they're cooked.
To me, I
don't know that I would say that.
Again, maybe I just, Michigan, because Michigan has been at times absolutely dominant this year.
I'm not big. I wasn't that. Remember on our show, I said I wasn't big on Michigan.
I know, but did you watch them again? They people think they peaked early on in terms of like how good they can be. They were damn good early on this season.
I saw them against Ohio State, and I told you on the show, this is not me going back.
Right.
I said yesterday on the show, they look gettable to me. It didn't look like a team. I didn't go, whoa, Nebraska can't beat them. But now the whole Rink thing, I was like, okay, this is not obviously ideal. But I never thought that this was this insurmountable team. But I figured it would be tough.
I figured it would
even
be,
with Rink.
I thought it'd be insurmountable without Mast and Frager on the road.
Convinced of it.
And I was wrong. I mean, Nebraska led this game for 36 minutes and 18 seconds. I repeat, Nebraska without Rink Mast and Braden Frager. Starting Cale Jacobson in this game. Led for 36 minutes and 18 seconds at number 3, Michigan. Yes, they lost the game. No, we don't do moral victories at all. This team.
This is about as close as you'll ever come.
This is about as close as it gets. And I just said, holy crap! Like during the game, again, it is easy to get freaked out and geek yourself out in that moment if you're a player or a coach in a top 5 matchup. And they never blinked.
They never do.
They never blinked off the bat. There was no 13-0 run like we've seen before in the. They were right there. How about the first half was sensational. This
was
was
50 points
for both teams. Again, they both played the exact same. Like it was a tale of two halves. Unbelievable offense in the first half. 50-48 Nebraska in the first half. Michigan outscores in the second half 27-22. So they couldn't make anything in the second half. In the first half was just magical offense by both teams. Exceptional basketball
to watch.
You
understand that those are both really good defensive teams?
Yes, that's why. Again, you thought it would even out, which it did in the second half.
Really good defensive teams. I mean, Michigan's statistically the best defensive team in the conference, statistically.
And they allowed 50 points on their home court in the first half,
right,
to a injured and Nebraska team.
Nebraska only had 6 guys. I mean, basically I shouldn't say that because they did play Leo Curtis.
And Leo Curtis, by the way, played awesome. 13 minutes, 6 points, no turnovers. I mean, Fred postgame was like, yeah, Leo played great. I could not believe when you are trying to win a basketball game anywhere and you've got injuries or you've got sickness, guys that don't usually play have to step up. And Leo Curtis did.
He stepped up.
He gave you a chance.
A lot of guys stepped up, but off the bench, Leo Curtis did. Fred has done, I don't know, we're jumping around a little bit here, but Fred has done a magnificent job with this roster. Magnificent. Now, I don't know. Maybe he would tell you, well, we just got lucky with the chemistry. I don't know. I wonder when he's putting together a team if he's thinking these guys are going to fit together really well. Some coaches do better at that than others. But it's a great fit of guys, and you're 100% right. Now, you're 100% right. They can go the distance and get to the mountaintop. They can. But I was saying that before this game.
You were.
I mean, I felt that before this game.
But that's why, again, I am devastated.
Now you're 100%.
I am devastated they lost that game. But what they did in a loss, and I'm seeing tweets from all the national guys of Andy Katz, Jeff Goodman, Seth Davis, all these guys saying, all right, if we doubted Nebraska, we don't anymore.
Good. That's good that the national guys see.
They said, all right, that was as impressive a loss as we've seen in a long time.
Right. It was. That's why I don't even mind if you use the words moral victory. It doesn't even bother me in this case. I mean,
we do hate that term.
I know.
But in extreme circumstances, it's legitimate. This was one of them.
Giving me the stink eye. Connor, right now, I think in this circumstance, it's not the worst thing. They proved a lot.
This team was not going to go undefeated.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's what you always got to think about in that moral victory conversation. Like I'm thinking about Connor because he still plays. It cuts competitors to the core to hear that.
Well,
they don't want to hear it.
I listened to Sam and
a lot of competitors
don't.
I never wanted to hear, oh, you did good in that loss. You don't want to hear that.
I listened to Price and Sam in postgame. They were devastated, but they said, yeah, listen, we don't want moral victories. And Fred said that there's no moral victories, but to play that type of game without Frager and Mast on the road.
Oh, it's amazing.
You guys, and here's Fred Hoiberg. This is, I think, the quote of the night from Fred. It was he was basically asking, what does this prove about your team? And going forward, here's Fred Hoiberg post game from last night.
Our pace was great, our movement. I did think we ran out of gas a little bit in the second half. And, if we make our layups, I think we win this game. And, I thought Sam made a hell of a play at the end, getting his feet outside the paint, getting established for a couple seconds and, taking one on the chest. But unfortunately, they didn't give us the call. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do in that situation. But, our guys, again, they fought through adversity. They battled. And listen, that team is projected by a lot of people to win a national championship. You got no Braden, you got no Rink, you got no Oogie, you got no Connor, and you fight them all the way to the finish, and you lose by a basket. I mean, that shows the character of our team, and it also shows that we can compete with anybody in the country. And, I told them in the locker room, we haven't had this feeling in a long time. It's been almost a year since we have had that dejected feeling in a locker room, and they were hurt. They were hurt by it. We've responded great when we've had a big emotional win, and now we're going to find out what we're made of and how we're going to respond to a tough loss like that. But, listen, that just proved, I think, hope to everybody, most importantly to those guys in the locker room, that we can compete with anybody in this country. I mean, they were all over us, and we turned it over 11 times, and we forced that team into 19 turnovers. That's unbelievable on the road to go out and play that way. And I thought they played really well. So, for our guys, it should be a confidence builder to know that we can do it. Got to get past this one and move on and have 3 great days going into Illinois.
As Fred said, they can play with anyone in the country. I told you I watched Arizona BYU Monday. Now, Arizona terrifies me.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not forget, on this exact show yesterday, Sip, on this exact show, I went through the updated, as of Sunday, odds to win the national championship. And as Fred alluded to there, Michigan was the top team. Michigan, before that game, had the best odds to win the national title. And you went in their house without two key players and led for 36 minutes.
Okay, I'm glad you're voicing this on the air, because you're voicing something that's very important. This team can win a national title.
Say it out loud, listeners. Say it.
And don't
believe
worry,
it.
Don't worry
it is
about
true.
Don't.
There's no jinxes.
Yeah.
You've seen them play now for 21 games, and who they played against. They can win a national championship.
If Hurley says that at UConn, nobody bats an eye. We can win a national title. Say it, Nebraska. You can win it. You can win you can win all the marbles.
Everything.
This year. You have that team. I mean, maybe Arizona gets upset and you don't even have to deal with them. But if you have to deal with Arizona, I'm sure you can deal with them. If Nebraska's at full strength, they'll deal with Arizona.
And we all know that the tournament is bizarre. Weird things happen.
Yeah.
You might get upset.
Whatever.
As it stands, if you look at the regular season,
right,
and how they're playing, this team is certainly good enough to make a run and win the whole thing. And I'm
glad you're saying that now. It's not. You don't have to apologize for saying it.
I'm not apologizing.
Yeah. I felt almost before Michigan, you almost had to apologize. I'm sorry, Sean, but I think they can win the national title. You almost felt like I had to apologize. Now you don't. That's what this game means to me. You don't have to apologize. They can win a national title. Michigan's good, big, good, strong. I mean, get after you good. And Nebraska did they look out of place at all?
No.
What's the deal with Jacobson, by the way?
But the whole team,
But Jacobson is he was really important last
Caleb
night.
Jacobson, let's look at him. So he starts in place of Rick Mass, which already is a size mismatch. He's going against a 6'10 guy the whole night.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Guarding and being guarded by a 6'10 guy. And let's not forget, Caleb Jacobson had one of the more remarkable shots this season last night. He hits a floater over the 7-3 Mara.
Right.
He's in the air for like 10 seconds. That ball's in the air forever, and it fell.
You know how big he was last night?
He was huge. Again, he's been a great story off the bench, but he looked like he belongs as a starter last night.
Caleb Jacobson is an amazing story. 8 points last night, 4 steals. 4 steals. Lawrence was gigantic early.
Yes,
Lawrence got him out of the gate with 18 points before the first under 12.
Yeah,
right?
and he was quiet in the second half. But again, what we talked about in the absence of Frager, I thought that Lawrence had to go off, and he did. And
he did.
If one more bucket, gets Nebraska to overtime or maybe wins, as Fred said. And yeah, I'm not trying to call it one. Burke had a couple of missed layups, and there wasn't just him. It was more than him. But as Fred said, 1 or 2 more layups to win that game. And Nebraska had some not easy shots, but very gettable shots inside, and they just missed.
Right.
And that's just, again, life on the road. You got to make those. And look at the first and second half. Nebraska is 10 of 19 on threes in the first half. 1 for 13 in the second half. It was basically what Minnesota did. Minnesota made 9 threes in the first half and 0 in the second half.
Yeah, you give
against Nebraska on Saturday.
Like Fred said, Fred said we probably got a little tired. That often shows up in that category. You start, that affects your shot, especially if you're a distant shooter. Of course they got a little tired. I mean, Michigan had a profound depth advantage. We
Absolutely.
talked about it, and it showed up, but Nebraska had a chance to win at the end.
I want to discuss this. Wet Blanket chimes in, and I want to push back a little bit on this. I get where he's going from here.
I always like pushing back on WB.
He says this team can compete with anybody in the country, but they lack depth, which caused them to lose their legs and miss shots last night. This will likely be a problem in the weekend games on short rest in the tournament. They're down. They played 7 guys,
right, and
they didn't have a starter in Rick Mass who could be a second or third team all Big Ten player. And they didn't have Braden Frager, who was at one point looking like a potential 6th man of the year in the conference.
WB, if they have...
That's 9 players then with those.
Right. If they have Frager and Mast, and Curtis is going.
Right.
And Garcia plays better, you have enough off the bench, right? You have enough.
Well, again, Garcia did play 10 minutes. He
didn't play well.
He had no stats besides a turnover and a foul. No shot attempts, no rebounds, just kind of there.
Didn't play well.
They did not. It's been that way since the Illinois game, really, for him. He has not had a good game since.
Illinois was a magical day for him.
He had 10 points in 13 minutes.
14 minutes, right?
Yeah, 14 minutes. And they needed all of them to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're waiting for that, for him to get it going again. You didn't see Kendall Blue at all last night. I thought maybe with with guys playing so many minutes, you would see potentially Kendall Blue make it a showing. Didn't show up at all. Did not get in the game even for a second.
Doesn't mean you won't need him.
But like you just said, Sid, I mean, maybe you've learned now for the rest of the year that you can put Leo Curtis in for some minutes.
It's big.
I'm not saying you're playing for 50 minutes, no. But
what if you're playing for 7?
If Rink or Burke is in foul trouble, maybe you don't feel as bad about going to Leo, saying he proved he can hang. And Fred said, you're down Mass, you're down Frager. You don't forget, Essegian was important. This team has been gone since early December. Mm-hmm. And don't forget, again, that Oogie just has played one game.
Oogie's got a bad back. He wasn't available yesterday. What they've said on Oogie is interesting. That kind of depends on how he feels when he gets up out of bed in the morning. Then we'll make a determination.
So it's happened one time. Good.
Right. So Sanford, again, big, 20 points. He didn't
5 of 16 on threes. It's like in the second half, they just could not find that bucket to get them going.
Sanford was at 20 points or more in 5 straight games. Sam always plays well. 5 assists, no turnovers on the road.
13 points.
Yeah, Sam, 5 assists, no turnovers on the road against statistically the best defensive team in the Big Ten. Sam is a wonder.
He's incredible.
He's a wonder.
He once again led the team in rebounds with 7.
Yeah, he's a wonder. That stat, that assist-to-turnover ratio, where he's been now in the top 3 assist-to-turnover ratio nationally, is a remarkable thing that we're watching him do.
Now, we have failed to do something that listeners are upset by, and rightfully so. Now, me and Sip will tell you, we are never the ref people. We don't like it when it's the go-to. It is the easiest thing in the world to say refs are bad, refs suck. However,
they sucked last night.
However, with us being that way normally, now I want to say this too. Before we get to that, Nebraska did not score the final 3:20 of the game a single point. You're not going to win a game if you don't score the last 3:20. That's
probably not.
You got to score the ball.
Not, right. Probably.
Make it 3.
Right.
Drive.
Right.
So that's your own fault. However, when I see these stats of 23 free throw attempts to 4, and it felt like there was like 10 straight possessions where Michigan missed a shot, and in an effort for a rebound, they got fouled.
It looked to me like often Nebraska had position.
They were boxing out, and I thought maybe Price got shoved in the back. Nope, foul on Price. There was one time for sure. Now, it was a transition that Sam gets called for a foul when Cheddar hooks and holds him. Sam gets the foul call. That could have been a technical foul on him.
There's some bad.
A hook and hold is tech. It can't be a tech.
The box outs were the thing that I couldn't understand. Usually, you're doing your job well if you box out and you don't get called. That they were getting called for that, which I didn't completely understand.
Let's not forget. And Pred said in postgame, we know Nebraska was the smaller team. What are they supposed to do?
Right.
They're boxing out. It's a bigger team. So if they somehow get a rebound, it's a miracle. It's a foul on Nebraska. Yeah. It seemed to go that way.
I thought the officiating was unfortunate. You know me, I hardly ever play that card, but it was unfortunate.
We both don't. If this game was played on a neutral site with non-Big Ten, I think Nebraska wins without Mass and Frager by maybe 8, possibly.
Okay, now think about that. Now think about what you're saying. Like that's what I mean.
And that's why we're saying
win
this
a national
team
title.
Can win it all.
Yep.
They were nowhere near full strength and nearly beat Michigan on their court.
It's all kind of good in a way. I think what we're seeing. Rink got okay. Just hang with me. Things happen during the season. In a way, I think this is a blessing in a sense. Like you did this without Rink. You did it without Frager. These guys showed themselves what they can do. You know what? Now you know what's going to happen. Now they're going to get those guys back. Then what's it going to look like?
Right.
You're going to have that confidence. Plus, you get those guys back.
I think that you're going to see a pissed off team that is upset they lost this game, but understanding this was not a bad loss by any means. Going to Michigan, not be lost at number 3 Michigan by 3 points. That's a great loss when all things considered. But you had a 24-game streak, and these guys like the taste of winning. As Fred said, it's the first time since last year, back in March, that you've lost a basketball game.
Listen to what you're saying. You look at this team differently in a good way now after a loss.
Yes.
It's all right. It's all right. That's fine. Just take it for what it is. I kind of do. I was after the Illinois game. Okay, this team's real. I mean, if you go into Champaign and look like they did, I thought. Then when they beat Michigan State, it validated it. Then when they beat Wisconsin by 30, validated it. This is just further validation for me. But this is a big, big piece of validation.
100%. And Nebraska returns home again. The thing with the first loss is you hope it doesn't lead to a couple losses in a row.
I wouldn't talk. I don't have to worry about that. With
Illinois comes to town Sunday, 3 p.m. tip. Nebraska, we will likely have Frager back and likely have Mass back, and hopefully nobody else gets the flu bug in between then. Now, I didn't hear in post-game. Jamarcus Lawrence pulled up with the calf injury late in that game. The final 2 minutes, you could see he was definitely limping. He had an injury that maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was just fatigue, or maybe it could be a cramp. You're playing that many minutes, it could be a cramp. But he did pull up, and I was concerned about him, and hopefully that's nothing. But we'll hear more from Fred when he speaks to the media next. I don't think he addressed that in postgame. I watched the whole postgame. I don't think that Fred addressed Jamarcus and the potential calf. But
and Robin doesn't have it.
You hope it's a calf or a cramp or just a minor injury. But again, when you have a special team, you don't want to have to survive, have to play with injuries and illness because this team could go the distance.
It can't, now hold on, but you're going to have that.
Yeah, and they overcame it against Minnesota. Right. Mm-hmm. Sam was not healthy in that game.
Part of the deal is what I'm saying. It's part of the deal. You just hardly get through a season without some guys getting sick or somebody getting hurt. I mean, it is what it is. The thing that I'm looking at is it'll benefit them from a confidence standpoint this game, and they're going to get those guys back and look out Illinois. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I don't think it will be, but Nebraska on its home court's ridiculous, and they're going to be full of confidence after this game. I think they were already full of confidence, but it goes to another level.
I want to point this out before we get to break. Michigan, in the second half of this game, made 6 shots. I repeat, Michigan made 6 shots. They made 14 of 17 free throws. So of their points, 14 of their 27 points in the second half were via the free throw line. They were making nothing.
That's defense.
And again, you can say, a bad night for Michigan. Listen, what causes a bad night? It could be bad shooting, or it could be hounding defense by Nate Lenzer's group. Like, they obviously were at halftime happy with the offense, but defense had to improve.
You know what doesn't come and go usually, or it doesn't have to, is defense. It doesn't have to come and go like 3-point shooting.
And honestly, Sip, it'd be easy to see Nebraska wear down, but again, they wore down, but it didn't affect their defense. It affected just getting fouls out there.
They're a really well-conditioned, tough team.
They are.
They're really tough-minded, mature, older. All those things apply. And they're better than I knew they were going to be good after Illinois. They're even better than I thought they were. And I think a lot of it is just the makeup of the individual players is really good, and they fit well together. It's just they kind of struck it rich chemistry-wise.
They did.
And those guys can shoot. We said that in the offseason. The thing that was alluring about this team to me was all those guys can shoot. They can all shoot. You're going to say Burke, he doesn't shoot it very well.
No.
He'll throw a brick up there, but he looks so good shooting.
The shot looks good. It does.
It looks good. It looks so good until it comes out.
He did make a 3 early on in that game. He did make a 3.
but when he has the ball right here, it looks beautiful.
Berkey missed some critical layups, and again, he would tell you that.
Berkey's a gem, though.
He is a gem. We still love the kid.
He's a spirit animal.
2 for 9 last night. The whole team did not shoot great, but first half they did. Second half, no. Huskers lose this game 75-72. We don't love moral victories, but we will in this instance say that one is probably okay.
Yeah.
And if they come back and beat Illinois, just further proves that, that was without Mast and Frager on the road. That would be one hell of a response to come back and win that game Sunday.
What a game. My little brother, Adam, at one point said, I think it was torturous for some people. Adam says, isn't this supposed to be fun? It's not. It is kind of torturous, those kind of games.
Well, Nebraska was up by like 7 or 8 points routinely. I'm like, they're going to do this.
I know.
They're going to do this.
I know. Yeah. I have to say I'm surprised they didn't. I really kind of am surprised.
Well,
even everything going against them.
Once again, the free throws, the problem there, the fouls. I mean, the fouls, it was 19-11 in fouls in general.
Which that doesn't jump off the page, but the free throw totals do.
Yeah. Nobody fouled out for Nebraska. 3 guys. Sam had 4 fouls, Jamarcus 4, Kale 4, Burke 2, Price 2, Garcia 1, and Leo had 2. So somehow they didn't foul out, and that's kudos to them playing smart basketball, but also you had to be physical, and they were.
What a night, and what a tweet by Swim. That was an interesting tweet early in the game where he said it's not full. It's far from full.
And
the arena.
It did look like it was full by the end of it. I thought maybe I was
late
wrong.
arriving.
Yeah, it might have been late arriving, and maybe it just wasn't. But it seemed like it was pretty loud in there at times.
Yeah,
student section.
It's not a great atmosphere in Ann Arbor. It never has been.
We will have plenty more on Nebraska basketball as the show goes on. Before we get to break, though, Sip, if you are hungry for breakfast, brunch, or lunch, downtown Lincoln, where do you think that Bill will tell us to send the Breakers this morning?
Early Bird.
Early Bird's open right now at 19th and K with free and spacious parking. They are open every day of the week until 2 p.m. They have breakfast tacos, breakfast nachos, waffles, French toast, pancakes, and the world famous hash holes.
Hash holes.
Hash holes. Stop by today at Early Bird, 19th and K in downtown Lincoln for breakfast, brunch, or lunch. When we come back, there were other games in the Big Ten last night.
Yes.
And one team that is a good team has lost a 3rd straight game. We'll tell you who that is next on Early Break. Come and see.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Most resolutions for the new year fail before January is even over. Why not resolve to just be a little bit cleaner in 2026? Nebraska Auto Detail is here for you. Now through March 30th, if you purchase a ceramic coating, you'll get a free interior detail. There's no better way to start your year than taking care of your car and decluttering the mess that it becomes so easily. Book your detail today at NebraskaAutoDetail.com or call Joe and the team at 402-601-5086.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice and check out a brand new 2026 Ford Explorer for only $39,995. That's right, under $40,000 for a brand new Explorer, loaded with extras like Copilot 360, second row captain's chairs, and more. With approved credit, receive financing as low as 2.9%. Treat mom to a new Explorer for Valentine's Day this year from Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect. MSRP $45,175.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to get stronger just around the corner, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to crush a few reps before class with our expanded strength equipment or sweat it out on your way home from work. With over 2,800 locations, there's a Planet Fitness close to you, and most are open 24 hours. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevenson Smith Construction slams expectations.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Sports Show. Don't miss the family show of outdoor fun, the 57th annual Boat Sport and Travel Show, January 30th to February 1st at the Sandhills Global Event Center. RVs, boats, docks, golf carts, resorts, fishing lures, family entertainment, and more. See exotic animals at Wildlife Encounters. Enjoy the petting zoo and the balloon lady. Doors open at noon on Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Bring the neighbors. See you there. Sports Show.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Simple, you are an idiot.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You are welcome to keep your response rolling in all show long about Nebraska, Michigan, 75-72 Wolverines at 402-464-5685. We'll read your comments throughout the show. I want to make sure we look at the other games last night, and not just in the Big Ten. I want to start with this for a second. Now, I'm not trying to kick a team while they're down.
What are you doing here?
When my team has lost. But in my morning last night, after the game, kind of wallowing on the couch and watching Fred's
Wallowing on the couch.
I was like sunken in the couch. It's just the worst posture ever. So I was just depressed, taking it all in. First loss since last March to Iowa here at PBA. I had a glimpse of, okay, everything's fine here. I'm sorry in advance to the Creighton fans that are out there listening. Hopefully there's not many because I don't like Creighton. It's not breaking news. Last night, Creighton was playing at previously 7-14 Marquette. Terrible Marquette. Shaka Smart. Not getting it done this year. Creighton trailed at halftime at Marquette, 52-23. That's a 29-point deficit for you keeping track at home.
Good Lord.
It didn't get better in the second half. They lose the game by 24, 86-62. That team is in big trouble in terms of the tournament. Now, they could make it still, but whoa, it does not look good right now.
They're
12-9.
How would you describe what you saw at PBA when they played Nebraska? Say it.
Well, again,
soft.
I have seen Creighton and Nebraska games for years. I've never seen that bad of a version of Creighton ever. Now,
soft.
Now, Nebraska's really good. That's a big part of the game.
Yeah, Nebraska's not soft.
But wow, Creighton just they don't have it.
They're soft.
They have nothing going this year.
They got nothing. They really don't have much. if there's,
They
you can
were
just say about any team in the world, if they're shooting it, they look pretty good.
They were 7 for 34 on threes last night.
If they're not shooting it, they got nothing.
Okay, so 86-62. I was going to mention this too, also non-Big Ten for a second. I mentioned Nebraska goes on the road and loses by 3 at number 3 Michigan. Number 2 UConn was hosting 9-12 Providence. Bad Big East team. They only win by 6. UConn wins 87-81. Now, again, they won, but Nebraska undermanned, almost beats Michigan on the road. UConn barely beats a bad Providence team.
You know what's going to be
That's
fun?
why we keep saying this team can make a run.
Well, here's what's going to be fun. And I say a lot of fans are already doing this. I'm just going to start doing it more. I've been embroiled in football coverage since really December 24th. But now I'm shifting. I'm shifting, and I'm following the national scene more, the basketball, and that's going to be fun for fans. You know what you're following now? You're following the top 10 and seeing what those teams look like, because Nebraska is now it's a legitimate conversation. Nebraska's a top 10 team.
Yes,
beyond a shadow of a doubt.
They confirmed it last night in a loss.
So you're watching now. You're watching the big boys all the time. Think about it this way. Think about it this way. You got an appreciably better team than Kansas. Remember all those years where
how could you forget that 96-54, 92-39? Those are scarred into my head forever. I'll never forget those games, ever.
Nebraska's a better team than Kansas. You would take Nebraska to beat Kansas right now on a neutral floor by, I don't know, probably 5, 6.
Yeah.
That kind of spread. But anyway, you're going to be watching these scores much closer now.
We have quite a troll on the YouTube chat. He wants me to read his chat. Oh, I will, because I want to bring him down a little bit. We appreciate all listeners, but
we do.
He's pissing off the people in the chat anyways. Rules on YouTube.
What's wrong?
It's just, it's trolling the whole show. That's what trolls do.
What's he saying?
They troll. This one, it says, OMG, you have zero credibility to criticize Creighton. They have owned Nebraska basketball for 50 years. Clowns. Here's some facts. Rules.
Did he say clowns?
He said clowns. Here, I can give you some, again, recent history is part of history. Nebraska's beaten Creighton 3 of the last 4 times. Yep. Yes, Creighton has, I know the stats. Creighton's got 21 tournament wins. Nebraska has 0. Nebraska has the highest ranking ever of either of the 2 schools at 5 this week. They were 7th in the years past. Creighton has owned Nebraska, but the past is the past. Right now, Nebraska is the better program as of right now. Historically, no. Right now,
they have the NCAA resume.
Absolutely. And I don't push back on that. I don't like Creighton, but right now it's a better team.
I like what you said.
Rules, troll.
I like what you said. Recent history is part of history.
It is. Okay, and now Big Ten last night, of course, Michigan 75-72 over Nebraska. Michigan State wins, but they were AWOL in this game. They go to Rutgers, who's one of the worst team in the conference. Trailed at halftime by 9, 37-28, and they were down 3 with 10 seconds to go before they hit a 3 to force overtime. They win in OT 88-79, but further proof that any given night, anything can happen in the Big Ten. They won.
Is Rutgers the worst team in the league?
They are. Well, they're Penn State.
Yeah, I think you'd go Penn State. They're winless.
Yeah, so Penn State's the worst.
But Rutgers is bad.
And the last score is Indiana beats Purdue.
Wow.
72-67. That is 3 straight losses for Purdue. Of course, Purdue, the losses they have had, they lost to Illinois on Saturday. That score was 88-82. They lose at UCLA 69-67. And then they lose last night 72-67 to Indiana. And I tell you what, Sip, you want to know why they lost? Who was in the crowd of that game in Indiana? Sigs. You don't lose when Sigs is present. That's a rule of life. All right?
Sigs was present.
Sigs was in. He spoke at halftime. He fired up the crowd. You're not losing the game when Sigs is there.
And Lamar Wilkerson had 19 points. Nick
help.
Dorn had 18. Yes, that's a huge
massive win for Indiana trying to get the resume for the
just
tournament.
A huge in-state rivalry win. Not sure what the deal is with Purdue, except seeing them. They're not as good as they have been. They're just not.
Well, they're not getting enough from a guy that has been good for years. Fletcher Lawyer has been a problem for that team. He has been a good problem. He's been a good player. He has not been scoring. Last night, 3 of 10, 8 points. Braden Smith's consistent. He's one of the better players in all of college basketball. 14 points.
Yes.
Trey Coppin-Rent is good. 23 points.
They don't have that big center presence. They have a guy, but he's just not as good as they've been.
If Fletcher Lawyer, who the last 3 games has been off, is off, they're going to struggle to win games. And when they come to Lincoln, they're going to be pissed off. They might have got a win by then, but they've lost 3 straight games.
I love Nebraska to beat them. Love it. Please don't say quit jinx them. There's no jinx.
You haven't jinxed them at all this year.
I haven't. No, because they're good. Nebraska's good. Jinx doesn't matter when you're good. Nebraska's just flat out good.
They are.
Now we don't have to apologize for saying it. They're really good. And you're going to have it's going to be a hell of a February and March. Okay.
Tonight in the Big Ten Conference.
We have to get ready for it as a outlet. As a media outlet, we have to get ready because it's going to get really interesting.
Tonight, USC we got a triple header on BTN tonight.
Okay.
6 p.m. USC at Iowa.
Okay.
Want to guess the spread? USC at Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa's got a 5.5 point favorite.
Iowa 9.5 point favorite.
Okay.
8 p.m. Minnesota at Wisconsin on BTN. Guess the spread.
Wisconsin's got to be pretty sizable. I'll say 9.5.
Close, 8.5 Wisconsin.
Okay.
And at 10 p.m., if you choose to stay up to watch this game, I'll be impressed. 10 p.m. on BTN, UCLA at Oregon. Guess the spread of that one.
Oh, UCLA at Oregon. UCLA is definitely favored by 5.5.
Close, 4.5 UCLA. Okay. That'd be the 8-12 Oregon Ducks. Wow. 8-12 for Dana.
See, now you're cranked up. You're following the Big Ten more closely.
You have to. You're trying to win a Big Ten title and a national title. Both can happen. Wake up, Nebraska fans.
Hey, is Nebraska the favorite to win the Big Ten title right now?
I think Michigan would be still. Because their depth. Well, but Nebraska's right there. Would you be surprised? No. Nebraska should be there when all is said and done.
I wonder what Bill would say about Illinois. He really likes
Illinois. Got a great chance too. Yeah, they're tough.
Michigan State.
I'm not sold on them.
No, I'm not either.
I think it's Nebraska, Michigan, and Illinois.
Jake, it's going to be very interesting when Frager and Rink are back. It's going to be very interesting.
I'm already interested. Very interested.
Well, I mean, it'll just escalate everything when they're back.
When we come back, Song of the Day and the mailbag is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
At Anderson Ford, we have commission-free guides who are paid to give you a great experience, not make a sale, so you can choose the best vehicle for you. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2025 Ford Escape for $222 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 4003618. Lease for $222 per month for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 5,000 plus first payment due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 2226.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Blake Farm Outfitters, and we're all about equipping the modern farmer. Our team is Nebraska's go-to for precision planting, SurePoint liquid systems, Green Eye spot spray, and more. So whether you're considering an equipment upgrade, adding new tech, or just need a trained eye to service what you have, check us out. Creep on us at BlakeFarmOutfitters.com and get connected with our team of experts. We're excited to help you find what's next. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to get stronger just around the corner, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to crush a few reps before class with our expanded strength equipment or sweat it out on your way home from work. With over 2,800 locations, there's a Planet Fitness close to you, and most are open 24 hours. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice and check out a brand new 2026 Ford Explorer for only $39,995. That's right, under $40,000 for a brand new Explorer, loaded with extras like Copilot 360, second row captain's chairs, and more. With approved credit, receive financing as low as 2.9%. Treat mom to a new Explorer for Valentine's Day this year from Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect. MSRP $45,175.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Just got new tires put on my car today.
You did? I didn't see you leave the office.
I didn't need to. Graham Tire picked up my car this morning and dropped it back off and they were done.
You're kidding. How'd you get that kind of service?
That's just what they do at Graham Tire.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and the Ticket app.
Once again, your song of the day. Is that some bagpipe I hear there?
I think
That gets bagpipe. Rock and roll bagpipe just hits differently. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll by AC/DC from 1976. This is for you, Nebraska ball. Hey, man, it's a long way to the top. Lost last night, but don't give up. It's okay.
It's a stretch to use as a theme.
It's my theme of the day. It's a long way to the top. You get to number 5, you lose the game. And it's okay.
You've had a couple of very good lines today, including the rock and roll bagpipe just hits differently. It salvaged that song for me, by the way. No, I'm out. I'm mostly out on it. But that last part you played, I could
with the bagpipe.
Yeah, and just that last part, I could close my eyes and feel myself at a concert and feeling like, okay, this is pretty good right now. This sounds good. Now the singing part, no, didn't really. No,
you're not a
not a big AC/DC.
Yeah,
no. Shoot to Thrill is a great song.
I have played that song recently.
Yeah,
you and Bill gave it a very high score.
Yeah, that's a great one. There's a couple really good ones.
You don't like the theme here. There's a theme.
Is it a forced
It's a long way to the top for Nebraska ball.
Was it an accident?
No, it wasn't an accident. I made that yesterday. It was intentional, win or lose. And if they lost, it would have made big. I said, listen, it's a long way to the top.
Okay. Oh, you were thinking they're going to lose big.
I thought
you just got busted.
No, I did. I thought without massive break, they lose by 15 plus. I did. And I'm glad to be wrong. And it again, further proves this team's really good. Busted. Score, please. And don't forget the bagpipes in your score.
I won't.
In fact, make them a critical part of your score if you would.
I will. I think the bagpipes can get it to a 6.7.
Well, that's not that bad. Okay. Your description sound like a 4, basically.
I don't like to show my cards.
Okay, Connor's score
6.7.
You're guessing
Connor is giving it because he's writing right now. He's giving it. I can't see what he's writing. He is giving it a higher score, a 7.6.
5-1. He says bagpipe is horrid. Horrid.
Connor.
The bagpipe makes the song. Breakers, does the bagpipe make that song in that instrumental break? Because it sounds incredible.
What do you mean it's horrid? Okay, now hold on. What would Bill give that?
Probably close to what you did. I think he'd like the bagpipes that would really elevate the score. I think he'd be about a 7.3. That doesn't love the song, but
I don't think he would love
He'd
it.
be playing the bagpipes over there. However you play the bagpipes.
Yeah, he would. Yeah. All right. What do the people say?
Let's see the Breakers scores here.
How are the Breakers doing
So
today?
text line, they're hanging in there. They're depressed about the loss, but also very upbeat about what it means.
Hopeful.
And their scores this morning. Fritz, 999. Les in Lincoln says, Jake's going for the natty. 8-9. Yeah, I am. Me and Fred both. Houston, 9-4. Eric and Hickman, 3. Brett and Bertrand, 8. John and Lincoln, 8. Sorry, 8.8 from John.
Okay.
Kodiak Bear, 7-4. Bill and Bennett, 7.95. Vernon Dakin, 6-7. American Nightmare, 7-1.
American Nightmare is a good name.
The name you like, Lyle in Omaha, 8-5. Shamia, 7-7. Jay in Colorado, 9-5. Sandy from Beaver Crossing says that is the best AC/DC song.
Oh, wow.
9-9. Phil, 10. Scotty and McCook, Classic, 9.
John, 10. School of Rock Classic.
And you gave it.
John and
6,
Lincoln.
7's fine.
John and Lincoln, 10.
Gavin Penderer, Bill's friend, 8-3. Sean and Bagpipe, 9-1-1. The bagpipes are legit. Yes, they are.
They hit different.
Kirk and Georgia, 3-1-4. It's a little lower. Kirk, there was bagpipes in the song. Mike and Crete, that's Connor's hometown, 10. David from Omaha, 7-5. Frank in Columbus, your hometown, 8.
Way to go, Frank.
Chad in Texas, Kyle, Texas to be exact, 9-5.
Kyle, Texas.
Triple H's dad says 8. ... Come on, Connor, with that score.
Yeah, Connor.
Getting criticized by the Breakers over here.
Mm.
Jennifer and Hubby, 8 from Jennifer, 6-9 from Hubby. Bagpipe was fantastic. Great theme song. Thank you. Bob in Minnesota says, yes, bagpipes, 9. Scott, 7. Bird Mountain, 8-2. To YouTube real quick before we get to the mailbag. We have Bolt, better times, 9.8. CL Porter says that's the Bon Scott era. It was 9.1. ACDC. Heyman, 9.75.
Heyman loves ACDC.
Heyman's on tomorrow for Song of the Day. Brad, 9.22. Genghis, 9.5 says, let's go. Nelson Montana, 9.96. Plainsman, 9.2.
High scores.
Brandon, 9.4. Chris, 7.25. Nebraska, Knoll, 8.9. Troy, 9.6. Song of the Day was It's a Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll.
High scores.
AC/DC. 1976 because of the bagpipes. That was the Nebraska basketball's theme. There. It's a long way to get to the top, but you can get there.
Right.
You can get there.
Yep.
Believe in yourself.
Yep.
Okay. It is time, without further ado, for the bag. Mailbag. Ready?
Yes.
Here we go. The 3-word sip you don't want to hear when it comes to IT are
I've been
what?
hacked.
I've been hacked is right. You don't want to be hacked. Don't be hacked with our friends at Applied Connective Technologies on all 93 counties of the state. With a 99.8% retention rate, they manage all things IT and cybersecurity. Free consultation at appliedconnective.com. They are our sponsors of the mailbag. First question. John.
Okay, here we go. Lock in. Lock in, Jake.
Good morning from John. He says, is there a major sports event that you would like to attend, like the Masters, the Indy 500, the Preakness, or the Super Bowl?
How about the
Interesting options here.
Why not the Derby?
The Derby be, I think,
Okay,
bigger
Jake,
one.
you go first.
The Masters for me. I have been to the Ryder Cup. It is the coolest event I've ever been to. So I would put that if I had not been there. I have been to the gates of Augusta National. I've never been to the Masters or inside of it. I'm taking the Masters. I'm a golf guy.
Yeah, you are.
Or a Miami Dolphins Super Bowl. I'm not going for some random team. I'm going for only for my team.
God, I've seen a lot. But what I haven't seen.
You have seen a lot.
That I would love to see is, now I saw Bud Crawford fight at PBA in a championship fight. So I've seen a world championship fight, but I'd like to see one in Vegas.
Okay.
I'd like to.
You were just in Vegas. You could have seen a fight there.
Well, I don't think there was.
Did you
There's
check?
no fights. I
did
don't
you
think.
check? There's probably a fight of some capacity.
That's it. That's what it is. It would preferably be Bud coming out of retirement. Now people are going to holler and say, "No, we want him to fight at Memorial Stadium." But if Bud came out of retirement and fought in Vegas, that would be fun. If you're going retro, it's really easy actually. I would have loved to see a heavyweight title fight involving Muhammad Ali and virtually anybody else.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would have been that would have been it. Boxing even at low levels to watch is amazing. I love watching.
You could make one that's possible this year. How about a Nebraska basketball national championship game?
How about that? Where's it at this year?
Indianapolis. Yeah. We know that city well.
Yeah.
St. Elmo. Imagine eating St. Elmo's after you've won a title.
So is it where the Colts play?
Yes, Lucas Oil.
Oh, we know that place.
We do. We have broadcasted from the sidelines of that place.
Oh my God, that's where it's
many
at.
times.
I mean, I feel like that's where we're going to be. I mean, I really do.
Final Four.
Yeah.
Zip said it. Final Four Nebraska.
Well, come on. I'm not going out.
It's just reality.
Not going out on a limb at this point.
Good morning, Stool from Anthony in Sabetha, Kansas. He says, in the past, SIP has tried to stop using phrases like 100 and interesting. What phrase or a catchphrase do you guys find most annoying? Love the show.
Do I still say interesting too much?
No.
Interesting.
I think, well, there's the phrase we do mock on this show.
What?
See how it plays out.
Yes.
That's one. That is an annoying phrase. When we say that, we say it in jest on this show.
Yeah.
Mocking the phrase.
It's just something to get you to the next kind of whatever.
See how it plays out.
It's just filler.
It is.
Filler has its place in the world. Okay. No, well, I mean, I will say that filler has its place in the world. Is there a phrase that bothers you a lot? Yeah. There's some.
The one from Porter says, when someone uses the term literally, that one does bother me. It's literally this, literally that. Yes, that's a good one, CL Porter.
How about I do this? How about I identify one that drives Missing Tooth Greg crazy? Not because there's nothing. I can't think of anything that really bothers me that much.
I have one.
Well, one that drives him crazy is upside. He's got great upside. He doesn't like that. I'm a little bit Like, I am tolerant of upside. I don't mind hearing that.
Nope. There's one that I think people don't even realize that they're saying when they say it's a tick. It's a nervous tick. Big time filler. Like.
Yeah.
It's like this, you know, and like, I don't know. It was like that. That is so unintelligent sounding.
Did you do that?
I try not to.
You don't. I don't hear you doing that.
I will say like once in a while, because it does fit. It does fit in some areas. But if you're saying like, like, that means you're nervous. That's fine. Not everyone's a public speaker. We all get nervous. But man, this drives me crazy.
That's a good one.
Like,
do I do that? Do I?
No,
do that?
no, none of us. No, none of us
I don't
three do
think
that.
I do
no,
that.
we do not.
I think I catch myself. Okay, that was a good question.
Okay.
I got to watch Interesting. I do overuse it.
Let's see. Lyle in Omaha, a friend, we love the name. He says,
Lyle.
question, he says, which team was better, 2019, Joe Burrow, LSU, or 2025, Indiana, Fernando Mendoza?
Oh, come on. LSU by a long way.
I'm taking LSU.
Yeah.
This team was really good this year. Really good. But the NFL talent on that team, Joe Burrow had 60 touchdown passes. 60.
Yeah.
6-0.
Yeah.
And like, what, 6 picks that year?
I say LSU by a long way.
They had Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I love Surratt. I love Cooper. They're not Jefferson and Chase.
No, and even Charlie Becker in that conversation. Here's what
We
I'd say.
love Becker. We do.
Yeah, here's what I'd say about Indiana. They're an incredible story. I'm not sure I would call them an incredible team. They're an incredible story, but their talent is great, but it doesn't blow you away. For instance, like what? Miami in 2001. Right?
Uh-huh.
It's not like that.
No.
They don't have that kind of
and again, we love Indiana.
We love Indiana.
We love Siggs. We love what they did. It's an incredible team.
Incredible story. It's not an incredible team compared to some of the teams we've seen, like LSU,
I mean,
like Miami.
You could put them in a top 10 all-time team, I think, but not top.
I mean, that 95 Nebraska team I'd take over Indiana right now easily.
By the way, going back to the previous question about phrases that bother people, old dad says, preach when it comes to Jake.
Preach.
Paul says, what up? I don't, what up doesn't bother me. This one isn't good. I could care less. That one sucks. That is an annoying phrase. I could care less. Then why are you watching?
Let me think about that. Which one
is it? Is I couldn't care less or I could care less? It
I
should
think
be
it's I couldn't.
I
care
couldn't.
less.
Which still, that phrase sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Filler and you're just trying to be a party pooper here.
Those are bad ones.
Yes.
Those are bad ones.
Okay, this one is from Brent. He says, what is your all-time favorite sports moment of your lifetime? Sip, go ahead.
Oh.
I have one. You want me to give it to
Is it for what we've watched or what we experienced? I don't know.
This is about you. It doesn't have to be in media. Your personal favorite sports moment of your lifetime. I have it if you want me to go.
I wish you would.
The year is 2019.
Okay.
Tiger Woods is about to win his first major in 11 years.
Okay.
That was my all-time favorite sports moment. Tiger, when he won the Masters, it was Brooks Koepka and Molinari choked down the stretch, and Tiger gets the done. That moment.
That was it.
The return of Tiger Woods, who again is now, he's 50, by the way. He turned 50 in December.
Mm-hmm.
The final major we'll ever see him win. That is my all-time favorite sports moment. 2019, the Masters, hands down.
God, I don't know what it is. I don't know that it's like, okay, I'm not trying to wriggle out of it. It's kind of like asking somebody their favorite song. Like, how do you do that? Because it shifts, you know. Do you have an all-time favorite
Dancing
song?
in the Moonlight, King Harvest. Been very adamant about that since you've known me.
But don't you sometimes hear a song, you're like, maybe it's
Yeah,
not.
I could put a Tom Petty song up there.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
Maybe a fastball song.
Maybe we can revisit this later as I think about it.
Yeah.
I don't. God, I'm terrible at stuff like that. I'm partly because I'm older and I've seen a lot.
Well, think about yourself as a kid. You covered media. You covered these teams. Obviously, you want them to win, but it was a job also. Was there a time before you were working in media that was awesome? You know,
there was something that
like maybe a Dodgers title or a Raiders title or big game.
Not really. I mean,
okay.
I can't remember. I just can't remember it.
Okay, that's fine.
There's so much. There's just so much I've seen. I always want to go to an Ali fight, probably. That was probably what stirred me the most when I was a kid. like when Ali beat Frazier, but I don't know I don't know. It's hard. That's a hard one. I'll circle back to it.
That is the mailbag, sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. Free consultation for you at appliedconnective.com. Thank you, Breakers. That was good stuff.
It was really good. Those are hard questions.
Well, that's why they're here. That's why we answer the questions on the show.
The rope-a-dope fight when Ali beat Foreman and Zaire, that's probably as close. You know what? That might be it. You don't know what happened, but Ali, you know what rope-a-dope is?
Yes.
Ali stood on the ropes and let Foreman punch himself out. Okay, and then when Ali realized he was punched out, Ali unleashed. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. It's probably that.
But then you had an answer.
Yeah, probably that.
Way to go.
Yeah.
When we come back, we will have plenty more basketball talk. But before that, when we come back, we have schedule news for Nebraska football.
We do.
Let's look at that next on Early Break of the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice and check out a brand new 2026 Ford Explorer for only $39,995. That's right, under $40,000 for a brand new Explorer, loaded with extras like Copilot 360, second row captain's chairs, and more. With approved credit, receive financing as low as 2.9%. Treat mom to a new Explorer for Valentine's Day this year from Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect. MSRP $45,175.
Just got new tires put on my car today.
You did? I didn't see you leave the office.
I didn't need to. Graham Tire picked up my car this morning and dropped it back off and they were done.
You're kidding. How'd you get that kind of service?
That's just what they do at Graham Tire.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in January. Try their hot chocolate latte, cookie croissants, and special winter flavor hot cocoa cream cheese on any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night. And Game to Win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to get stronger just around the corner, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to crush a few reps before class with our expanded strength equipment or sweat it out on your way home from work. With over 2,800 locations, there's a Planet Fitness close to you, and most are open 24 hours. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, for brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Pinnacle Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Swords with you. Bill Busch out today, speaking in Western Nebraska. He'll be back tomorrow. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Pinnacle Bank, where they are proud of where they're from and excited where they're going. They are Nebraska and a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC. Shout out to our friends Doug Gans, Brian Morrow, Jeff Pippett, Scott Koonsman, Aaron Sundberg.
Right.
James Mowitz.
These guys are all going to the game on Sunday?
I think they all will be there.
Is Doug Gans, he's a fan?
Yes, Doug Gans is a fan.
Fan of hoops.
Fan of sports.
Sports.
And hoops is a sport. So me and Bill will be in the suite with them, and I'm sure you'll be welcome to join us at some point.
I am not going to join.
Well, you're going to be working at the media section.
Yeah,
we will certainly make our way down and say hi.
Thank you.
Chat.
Thank you. We have a big day on Sunday.
We do. I look forward to it.
3 p.m. tip.
Yep. Nebraska, Illinois. Again, we will have plenty of discussion as the show goes on about Nebraska basketball. We already hit a lot of the first hour on it. You can check out the podcast page at theticketfm.com or wherever you find these podcasts. But before that, Sip, there was big news yesterday for Nebraska football.
Right before.
The schedule is out, and I think there are several ways you can look at the schedule, Sip.
I'd like to hear what you say.
Because if this schedule for this particular team is the ultimate glass half full, glass half empty, right? It is. If you are a pessimist, you look at the bad things first. If you're an optimist, you look at the good things first. And let's look at that. I'm still in optimism mode because of Nebraska basketball. You know, I have my doubts about this football program. I do. I said on the show yesterday, I have my doubts. However, Sip. Listeners,
I'm listening.
If you were trying to build up some momentum in what is going to be a tough schedule in 2026, I'm not sure you could set up the first 5 games much better for Nebraska, right? For those who missed the schedule release yesterday, here is Nebraska's 2026 schedule in order. First 3 games, of course, all at home. Ohio on September 5th, Bowling Green on the 12th, and North Dakota on the 19th. You should be 3-0. If you're not 3-0, this season will go poorly. It will. That's just a fact. It will go poorly if you're not 3-0. Then your first conference game, Sip, is at Michigan State, Pat Fitzgerald, September 26th. Not an easy win, but certainly not. You're going against a team that's going to be projected as toward the bottom of the Big Ten. Okay? Then you go to Maryland, who kept Mike Locksley despite 8 straight losses to end last season. That is a home game here on October 3rd. So let's pause there. First 5 games, Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota, at Michigan State, home against Maryland. Could you draw it up much better than that, your first 5, Sim, in this schedule?
You couldn't draw it up much better at all. You need to go 5-0 or 4-1.
Yeah, there is certainly a path to 5-0 being a realistic thing in what is going to be a tough schedule. Now, here's the problem for those who become the glass half empty here. Right?
Yeah.
Here comes the bad part. After the Maryland game, you have these back-to-back games. Home against Indiana. Yikes. Almost a certain loss there.
Easy.
And then you're at Oregon. Back-to-back. 2 teams that were in the semifinals of the playoff, and 1 team that won it all in Indiana. So, at Oregon. Then you get a bye week.
So that's October 24.
The bye week's the 24th, correct.
Yeah.
Then Nebraska will host Washington. Winnable game. It's home.
Yep.
Like, if you're trying to look at glass half full here, Sip, there is a path to Nebraska being bowl eligible prior to November again, like this year. There's a chance. With the 5-0 start and a win against Washington, you could be going bowling for sure before another brutal November. And what is that brutal November? Well, again, this month has been terrorizing Nebraska all the way back to, Mike Riley. Mike Riley, Scott Frost,
November.
Matt Rule have all.
Yeah, Rule's 2-10 in November.
Say it again.
Matt Rule's 2-10 in November.
It's not good. And the problem is that this year you have 3 road games of 4 games in November on the road.
Really rough.
At Illinois, we just pointed out, Sippin, yesterday, the On3 poll does not have Illinois ranked. They have Luke Altmaier's gone. They have a lot of guys graduating for this team, so we'll see what the rebuild is like with Bielema. At Rutgers, winnable, but not a gimme, ever. Your only home game in November is against Ohio State on the 21st, and you close, of course, on Black Friday at Iowa on the 27th. So in November, 1 home game.
Yes. That's a really rough November because of, a trip to Rutgers in November is just not pleasant.
No.
A trip to Iowa, come on. We've done that.
We've been there.
The 2 gorillas at the end are really rough. I think that stretch of Washington, then at Illinois, at Rutgers, I think it's a potentially defining stretch.
I think you're right.
Because if you do, if you would finish, if you get 5 wins out of the gate, that's
a big if, massive if.
Okay, if you get 4, that stretch is where you might get 5, 6, and 7, right? I think that's the critical stretch. I think there's another element of this schedule that you have to pay close attention to, and that is you can't. We've seen Nebraska teams get pummeled, and then it waylays the whole season. The 2007 game against USC is the one that always comes to mind to me. Nebraska never recovered. That game was in September, I believe. And of course it was. And Nebraska never, ever fully recovered. You can't let Oregon beat you at a level where you don't want them to beat you at all. I hate kind of getting into those games, but you can't let them waylay your whole season. That bye is very fortuitous.
It is.
It's very fortuitous.
You have just played, though, Indiana and Oregon back to back.
Right.
That's rough.
Maybe you can reset. And I don't really like that thing we're doing right now of sort of not giving Nebraska any chance at all to win those games. But recent history would suggest it's going to be very difficult.
Well, I look at what the ceiling could be for this team, and I ceiling, obviously, you want to say, 12-0 is the ceiling. Why not? I don't think that's legitimate. I don't think that can happen. It's not going to, any team, I guess, your actual ceiling is 12-0. It's not going to happen. And I don't know how to feel about this, but I think your ceiling's 8-4.
Okay.
which would be that'd be a great season with that being said. But it's still 8-4, and a good year. But where are you going with that?
Well, it'd be
a phenomenal year.
It'd be significant progress.
Would you push back on my ceiling of 8-4? Could you say 9-3 or 10-2?
No.
With this schedule?
No. 8-4 is a good ceiling. I would not push back. That's no.
Imagine them having the best year of Matt Rule in year 4. There's so many doubts and concerns about this program with this schedule, with games against Indiana, Oregon, and Ohio State, and also at Iowa. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that's rough.
There's a lot of stuff that's rough. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can't. There's a lot to talk about here. Like, one thing is, I really am hesitant to pencil in wins. I don't even like to do that. I don't like to just casually assume they're going to beat Ohio, which was 9-4 last year.
And you should not assume that.
Right. I'm not going to just casually assume they'll have their way with North Dakota, which was 8-6 last year. I think that you have to keep an open mind, but you also got to keep an open mind that I don't necessarily agree with you that they have no chance against Indiana. We'll see how Indiana is. You got them
right now. It looks tough.
Of course it does. Of course it looks tough. At Oregon, I look at that game with much. If I were a Nebraska fan, I would look at that game with much more trepidation because it's at Autzen, and Autzen's just a rugged, tough place to play. And they got Dante Moore back, and they're going to be very hungry. We should address the Friday night question.
Okay, didn't know there was a question.
Night,
hit me up on that. What do you got?
We're pretty certain that, essentially 100% certain that Nebraska will not be assigned a Friday night game in Lincoln because they only have 4 Big Ten home games. They're not going to make one of them a Friday game.
I would guess, just looking at the schedule, the most likely would be Maryland on
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Yeah.
No. Oh, on the road.
They're not playing a home game. They're not playing a home game on Friday night. Dannon has all but said it.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not. They're not going to make one of their 4 Big Ten home games a Friday night game. It's just they're not going to do it. That's just not happening.
You think the first conference game of the year could be potentially, if any, a Friday night? That's the most likely one.
That would be my guess.
At Michigan State, that would be September 27th, if that's the case, or 25th, if that's the case. Excuse me.
That would be my guess. I'm not really guessing on the other part of that discussion, which is Nebraska won't be assigned a home game on a Friday night. That's not happening. If it does, I would be beyond shocked.
In several years past, the game you played on Friday night has been against Illinois. Both, they played a game here in Illinois, I think twice there on Friday nights at Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And they play that game in November. They're not going to put a Friday game in November, so that would not be. That would not be.
I wouldn't think so. No. So yeah, I think the one home game in November.
That's rough.
Rough.
And that game is Ohio State. Oh, by the way.
Right. It's just that November schedule. I don't know. I always say it. I've said it on the show before, and I've never run a program. I've never been a coach, but I've been around it a lot. And I would gear let's put it this way. If I was an athlete, if I was a player, I would gear my training with November in mind. I mean, I don't know how you don't. That's going to be brutal. That month is really. Can you just give me that? That month is really tough. Just every year in football.
That's why, again, when we look across the border to Iowa, who is never an impressive, crazy athletic team, right? They don't blow you away with their speed and their points, but they blow you away with how tough and physical they are. And they just don't lose in November.
They're good in November.
Those
are the programs I respect the most. The ones in November. The ones that are good in November.
They're just so damn tough.
Well, there's a lot that goes into that conversation. You have to have guys who love football because at that time, especially in a league like the Big Ten where it's cold, it's tough. It's just don't overthink it. I mean, the weather's like this. And they got to practice and they got to go play in it. It's not easy to do. You heard Nwaneri go to the podium, Williams Nwaneri, in November and say, we're just not. I mean, there's a lot of guys he just said basically it's tough right now to get motivated. Yeah, you can't. No, don't. No. Stuff like that drives you nuts. But I understand it. And when I look at that schedule, I think, oh, God, you're going to an Illinois team that's going to be physical as hell. You've got to take a tough trip to Rutgers. It's tough to go. Hey, Jake, it's tough to go out there. It's a long trip.
That's why, for the sake of Nebraska and making the postseason, I hope that they've clinched that by the end of October. That's a huge ask for them. I get that with the way the schedule
coming off that bye, those 3 games are gigantic.
100%.
Those 3 games are gigantic.
But again, there is a legitimate path if things go well to 5-0 being a possibility. Like you said, Ohio's not a given. Michigan State obviously will be tough. Maryland's not good, but that's not a given. They beat you here before in the past with Talia Tungavaloa and Mike Locksley. You should beat them, but it's not a given.
Where's the conversation go? It goes to Calandria.
It does.
What can Calandria do?
We got response here. I want to see what the breakers have here. 464-5685. Kip says 6-6 is the ceiling. I push back on that. I think 8-4. Again, that does not mean I expect 8-4, but I think if you look at the schedule fairly and try to have an open mind, I could see 8-4 being possible. I will not predict that. But there's a path to 8-4.
I can see it.
David said, our friend David, formerly of Renew and Warhorse.
Oh, David,
take the trip with me.
What's David say?
He says, no way in hell we'll be we will win 8 games. We'll be lucky to even start 3-0. Don't forget.
That's pessimism.
Don't forget, Ohio just beat your starting quarterback in the bowl game. UNLV, where Calandria was at, lost to Ohio. And
17-10.
And Calandria did play in that game. He did not play very well.
No, he didn't. 17-10 was the score.
Something says, I'm guessing the over-under for wins will be 6.5. I think that's be 5.5 or 6.
I think it could be 6.5. What are you doing there?
I bet it's 5.5.
5.5, I'm going over. 6.5, I'm going under.
You're
so you know where I'm at.
Yeah,
you know where I'm at.
Someone else is 6-6, more likely. Struggle to get 4 wins.
I'm in the 6-6 camp right now. That's where I'm at.
Joan Boulder says 8 wins with that schedule would be incredible. It would be a good, very good season. But 8-4 is 8-4. You're not in the playoff, and you're just kind of there.
You have to leave open a possibility of a major upset.
It is possible. Sanderson says only 1 bye week. Yes, I could see 9-3. It's possible. That's just ceiling. David's guessing, by the way, 4-8.
Ooh, really?
Buster in Air Park says if we lose one of those first 3 games, that would derail the season with the amount of negativity and heat the team would receive. I know we shouldn't pencil in wins, but that would be a new low for Husker fans. Don't schedule Power 4 teams in non-con, and we still lose. Yep. Again, hey, it is January 28th. I'm not going to sit here and say Nebraska's going to lose one of those first 3 games or just be terrible. Like, is there a chance it happens? Yes, but I want to see how the spring looks for this team, and I also want to see how fall camp goes, which is all things that are before we play a football game.
We know a lot, though. The team's not going to change much. Right?
No.
It's not. There's no spring portal anymore.
Understood.
You're going to, what you got. And there's things that concern me right now. Like, what are they doing on special teams, by the way? Like,
huge concern.
You're going to do this schedule, and I'm not sure what the special teams plan is right now. That's not good.
No, it's not. But there's a path to 5-0, and that's exciting. Now, last time Nebraska was 5-0, they played at Indiana, who they would play this time at 5-0. It did not go well. That was 56-7 at Signetti's house in Bloomington. Try to avoid that if that's the case, but you'll be, there would be excitement here at 5-0. But they'll also say, "Here we go. Is this legitimate, or is this the letdown coming here?"
I would bet on 4-1. I would bet on 4-1. I think Michigan State will be difficult.
I do too.
I don't see the 5-0. I see 4-1.
Well, I think Ohio will be down to the 4th quarter for that game too. First game, yeah, I think this will come down to the wire, somewhat to the wire. I bet Nebraska opens up that game as like a 8-point favorite, max of 8, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I get to maybe
Ohio's
10,
got a new
10.
head coach. I'd have to look at Ohio. It's hard.
I take it back. I'm gonna say 10 to 12 points probably. Favorite.
Yeah, it's hard to do that right now because you don't know what Ohio's personnel is. and they got a new coach. You know, they fired their head coach for kind of off-field discretions. But
yes.
Anyway, fascinating. The rollout to me was fascinating. I didn't look at the rest of the Big Ten. I just concentrated on Nebraska because what happened? They rolled it out at 4:30 or 5, and the basketball game was coming.
Right.
So, we can look at the rest of the schedule tomorrow.
We will, but I think, again, encouraging first 5 games for Nebraska. Of course, rough Indiana, Oregon, but then a bye week, and then hopefully you can reset. I know that Washington, Illinois, Rutgers, like you said, I think that is definitely the most important 3 games back to back to back to see what are you going to be this year.
Right. That's where you could get 5, 6, and 7, or 6, 7, and 8 wins right there. And then it gets really bizarrely rough.
When we come back, Bill is not here, but we will still do Bill's Thrills. Jake's Takes.
Jake's Takes
is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Most resolutions for the new year fail before January is even over. Why not resolve to just be a little bit cleaner in 2026? Nebraska Auto Detail is here for you. Now through March 30th, if you purchase a ceramic coating, you'll get a free interior detail. There's no better way to start your year than taking care of your car and decluttering the mess that it becomes so easily. Book your detail today at NebraskaAutoDetail.com or call Joe and the team at 402-601-5086.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Busch Farm Outfitters, and we're all about equipping the modern farmer. Our team is Nebraska's go-to for precision planting, SurePoint liquid systems, Green Eye Spot Spray, and more. So whether you're considering an equipment upgrade, adding new tech, or just need a trained eye to service what you have, check us out. Creep on us at BuschFarmOutfitters.com and get connected with our team of experts. We're excited to help you find what's next. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to get stronger just around the corner, so you can give everything you've got. Whether you want to crush a few reps before class with our expanded strength equipment or sweat it out on your way home from work. With over 2,800 locations, there's a Planet Fitness close to you, and most are open 24 hours. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds. An afternoon high around 34. Tonight, a slight chance of snow, otherwise mainly cloudy, a low around 14. And tomorrow, a chance of snow, otherwise mainly cloudy and calm winds, the high near 24. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a new way to put your skills to work?
I am.
Explore new options in the fintech industry.
Finance.
At Currency, a Sandhills Global company, they have full-time spots in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. Also, 4.5-day work week, attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more today. Guess who I got a photo from last night from Ann Arbor, Michigan? Not just swim. Carson Schott was in the building, sitting right behind the bench of Nebraska.
Why?
I got a couple pictures, couple videos of that.
Whoa.
He was at the game. Carson.
Carson Schott?
Carson's of Sandhills Global Currency, formerly of 1890. I mean, he's traveling. He's everywhere. Carson was there.
That's living. How many Nebraska fans were there?
Not a lot. Not a lot. If you looked at the arena, it was pretty much right behind the bench. Maybe 3 rows of fans. It's a long trip. It's a Tuesday night.
Tough trip.
Yes, it's a top 5 matchup, but
Tough
it's a
trip.
Tuesday night at 6 p.m. You got to go to Detroit and then drive to Ann Arbor, obviously.
Not a long drive, though. Quick drive. I'm going to say 45 minutes.
To Detroit?
Yeah.
But if you're driving from Nebraska, that's a 12-hour drive.
No, you don't drive that. You're flying. What is that? You're flying into Romulus. It's actually Romulus.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like whatever that suburb is where the airport is.
I have never set foot in the state of Michigan.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. I've traveled a lot, seen a lot of places. I've never set foot even in the airport of Michigan.
Wow.
Never have.
Surprises me.
I'll get there.
Yeah. You need to go to the big house.
I will.
You do.
I will.
I
when
like
Nebraska,
that
I think, can potentially win the game, I'll go to the big house. Okay. GoCurrency.com/careers. It is time for Jake's Takes in place of Bill's Thrills today. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
Is
it gonna be bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
As always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by our friends at Diner Contracting.
Randy!
Jeez. The king of remodels.
You can't do it.
Kitchen, bathroom, whole house, and more. Please call or text Randy at 402 417-5204. By the way, Randy did text me last night also that he was proud of the team. He gave me his report in the game. I did appreciate that.
Oh, that is good.
Randy said, yeah, it's a tough loss, but I think we learned more about Nebraska. I said, damn right we did, Randy. You got it. Good assessment.
Hundo.
Randy's on top. Good fan, good advertiser, good businessman. Randy Diner Contracting. Ready for Bill's Thrills?
Yes, I'm ready.
It's a wild card Wednesday. It's not even very wild cardy. And this is a person I don't like that much, but here's the I have a headline. A career that's been steady is tarnished by Petty. I'm not talking about Tom Petty. I'm talking about Bill Belichick.
Oh.
Bill Belichick was informed yesterday he did not get enough votes to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 8-time Super Bowl champion Bill Belichick, again, is not a first ballot Pro Football Hall of Fame.
You better explain this to me. Why?
People are confused why. Now, I saw that somebody talked to Bill Polian, longtime Colts, GM and very respected, that there were some thoughts that some voters believed that Bill Belichick could potentially not be first ballot because of punishment for Spygate back in the day, or even the Inflategate, having both of these different gates attached to his time with the Patriots. Now, Sip, you know me very well. You know I am a diehard Miami Dolphins fan. I do not like the Patriots. However, and I know that Belichick didn't have a great year with Carolina. I don't care. And was it Brady or Belichick? I don't care. 8-time Super Bowl champion. I don't like the guy. I respect the hell out of him. And there's no world that exists that dude should not be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
In fact, that resume and those accolades scream all about what first ballot should mean for a Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. It is the saddest, pettiest thing I've ever seen in a Hall of Fame.
This is disappointing.
It is awful. And I don't even like him. I am not a Belichick fan. But again, I respect him. You cannot push back on what he accomplished in New England. This is a sick joke by the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Jake.
Sick
Thank you.
joke.
Thank you. I like this. I'm neutral on Belichick. I don't like him or dislike him. He's just Belichick. But I do not understand this. I don't like it. I kind of feel the way you do about it, except, me and the journalist in me, I kind of want to know the why. Like, what is there some explanation that makes sense? It doesn't sound like there is.
It goes back again to Spygate and Inflategate.
Oh, God.
This is well said. Again, I'm not a huge Bill Simmons fan, but Bill Simmons is a well-respected reporter.
What's Bill Simmons?
He's a Patriots guy. He says this. He says, Belichick was the best NFL coach ever yesterday, and that's still true today and tomorrow. The truth is, sports Hall of Fames don't matter nearly as much anymore because we've screwed all of them up. Well said. He's right.
Sports Hall of Fames don't do it for me as much anymore.
This is the man that has won 8 titles. That will probably never ever be done again. That is the epitome of number 1, Hall of Fame, and number 2, first ballot, no doubt, no questions asked, Hall of Fame.
I think that's a kick in the gut to Bill Belichick,
and I think that's the intention. He will be a Hall of Famer, but I think it was to send a message that we're powerful in our votes, and you didn't get the amount of votes you need to get in, and that's too bad. You will be a Hall of Famer, but not first ballot, and you have to live with that, Bill.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad.
It's wrong.
I hope that that Belichick himself and his family can keep this in perspective. It's just a Hall of Fame. He did what he did. He won all those rings. It's just a Hall of Fame. This seems personal and misguided. It makes me uncomfortable. He's the best. What are they doing?
I don't know.
Well, I think we do. I think we know. There's some form of resentment. Maybe it's that stupid Spygate, Inflategate stuff. I mean,
I think that
what are you hearing?
They're trying to again. I think that's what people are saying. If they're trying to send a message that was going to harm him, and I guess in this instance it did. It's sad that these voters are the ones that have all the say on this. I mean, again, they vote him in. They will vote him in the Hall of Fame next year. That still is messed up. That's someone that, yes, there was some sketchy stuff there with Bill Belichick with Spygate and Inflategate. You cannot deny 8 championships. No one has anybody stripped the Patriots of a title that you're aware of?
Nope.
And was he the head coach for these titles?
Yes.
I think that the conversation stops there.
His legacy's taken a beating. It's just taken a beating of late. I mean, part of it's what's happening at North Carolina, with who he chooses to date and all that. But it's just taken a brutal beating.
You can't fault him for what his actions in his 70s outside the Patriots are. We're basing it on your NFL career.
Right. You have a very good take.
And again, I'll reiterate, I do not like Bill Belichick. As a Dolphins fan, I have despised him my whole life.
Just because they won.
Right, because he kicked the Dolphins' butts. And they won all these division titles and Super Bowls. And that gets you in the Hall of Fame. No exceptions, no questions asked. First ballot. This is ridiculous.
When you say despise, I don't think you mean really despise. Like, I think if he walked in here and and sat down with us and had carrot cake.
Yeah, I would talk to him.
Yeah. I bet you know what? I bet you wouldn't come close to despising him.
He put me through a lot of emotional pain as a fan.
It's sports despise.
In the sports realm,
Yeah.
a Dolphins fan, I don't like it. But again, if he was here, I would certainly chat. I would talk to him and say,
it'd be an honor.
It would be an extreme honor to have him here.
I mean, I want to be clear on that. It would be an honor for the stool to have Belichick here.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, it would.
Right. So I just want to put despise in perspective. You don't really despise the man. You just despise what he did.
I despise the teams that he had.
Right.
And all the wins they had.
Yeah. I think Belichick would be pretty pleasant in a setting like that round table that's right outside the studio.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Just sitting there and having coffee and carrot cake. It would be pleasant.
Now, maybe
interesting.
Maybe he can laugh this off when he's voted in next year, and we can say,
I don't know.
Well,
I don't think he'll laugh it off.
It doesn't change the fact this is a joke.
He's a first ballot guy. That's ridiculous. If he's not first ballot, who is?
Exactly. That 100%. If he is not first ballot, who in the world is?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
There are a bunch of obvious first ballot guys, but now you have to question that because Bill Belichick's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
You nailed this. You
want the headline again?
I wish you would.
A career that's been steady is tarnished by Petty. And not Tom Petty.
That's really good, Jay.
Bill Belichick, not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
This has been a good day for you so far.
And Nebraska lost, and Belichick is, I don't like Belichick. He's the conversation, but I'm backing up Belichick right now.
It's been a good day for you. You've matured.
I have.
You matured.
I matured. I had people at the house last night, and I was proper in my handling of the loss.
You had a good line about bagpipes in a rock and roll song. It just hits different. Bagpipes in a rock and roll song just hits different.
What was your comment in the first hour? You don't have enough time for the Lord. Is that what you said? Someone said they spit out their coffee when you said that.
Well, you said
I don't have time to do the church choir.
Right.
And you said you don't have enough time for the Lord.
Right. That was not a good moment for you.
Well, I do go to church. I sing in the congregation.
I'm not going to bring to air what you said to me the other day.
Well,
which was really rough.
That is
really rough.
Bill's Thrills / Jake's Take, sponsored by Diner Contracting. It is time to play the game show where it is no lifeline, mano y mano today.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Today is a Wild Card Wednesday. You watch a lot of NBA with Alex and anybody else. Does Dominic watch?
Dominic. Well, we're taking our trip to Milwaukee on February 24th.
That's coming up.
Yeah. And I haven't made the hotel yet. Dominic called me yesterday and said, you got to get this hotel done.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
I was going to go February 1.
I told you I love Milwaukee. Big fan of that
You
city.
love Milwaukee.
Yes.
You really?
I seriously love Milwaukee.
You're going to have to fill me in
I
on
like
that.
Milwaukee. Yeah,
I've never been there.
I have relatives that live in a suburb called Whitefish Bay.
Okay.
And I loved visiting there as a kid in Milwaukee.
There's a bay there?
Yeah. Milwaukee's right by the lake.
Okay. I haven't been there. I'm going to Milwaukee on February 23rd.
Okay, I'll
coming back
the
the 25th. You guys are going to have to deal without me for
today. NBA player colleges is our topic. I will give you the team and the player's name. You tell me what school he went to in the NBA. Current guys, not from the 70s, not from the 80s. Current NBA players. What schools did these guys go to?
Okay.
If you think you know that, call us 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip in trivia. Bill is not here, so no lifeline. It is you versus the caller.
I better lock in.
NBA player at colleges, you feel okay about this?
Yeah,
or
I feel
not?
pretty good.
Current players?
Yeah. I'd feel way better if it was former. But
Logan, how do you feel about current NBA player colleges today?
Oh, we'll see. I think I'm one of 10 Lincoln listeners that follows the NBA, but I actually don't follow
We're up to
colleges
10
as
now.
much.
We're up to 10 people in the city that follow NBA. That's impressive. Was it 8 last time I checked?
There's not a lot.
Yeah.
How many?
I also got to say, I agree with you, Jake. I do. I actually lived in Milwaukee for 5 years, and it is awesome. And Whitefish Bay is one of the nicer suburbs. So,
told you.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, Logan,
Milwaukee's
thank
cool.
you. Hey, Logan, yeah, I got to find a hotel close to the arena is what I'm shooting for here.
I think you'll find that.
Okay.
oh, yeah. Hey, when you're there, Sid, make sure to go to Cops Frozen Custard. It's the best ever.
It's Culver's obviously is a franchise, but Kopp's is specifically for Milwaukee. They have a couple locations. Go to Kopp's.
Okay.
Kopp apostrophe S.
All right,
Kopp's.
that's something to do. That's a destination.
Correct.
Thank
Very
you.
good. All right, Logan, first question to you. Here we go. What school did Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards go to?
Georgia.
Brilliant.
Georgia's correct.
Nope. I wouldn't have gotten that.
He was the first overall pick in 2020.
It's pretty sad. I wouldn't have gotten
It
that.
would have been sad, but it wasn't your question.
Right. I shouldn't even admitted that, but I did. Go ahead.
First question now 1-0. What school, Sip, did Clippers forward Kawhi Leonard go to?
Oh, Kawhi.
First
He was
round-
out west.
First round pick, I believe, in 2011 or 12.
He was out west. San Diego State. Brilliant.
That is correct. 11th overall pick in 11 or 12. All right, over to you for the lead. Last question, Logan. What school did Knicks guard Jalen Brunson go to?
Jake.
That was Villanova.
Brilliant.
Coached by, at that point?
The guy that looks like
Jay Wright.
Clooney. Looks like Clooney.
Jay Wright.
Jay
He
Wright.
does look like Clooney. Good call. Also looks like a mafia man, but it's
Kind of.
okay. For the
Pleasant Mafia.
For
man.
the tie, Sip, last question. Speaking of the Clippers again, what school did Clippers guard James Harden go to?
Oh, James Harden. Oh, God. He played it. Didn't he play over here?
He may have.
Didn't he play at the Devaney Center?
I was there this game.
Yeah, ASU. Brilliant.
Arizona State is correct. Alex March had a good. Yeah, that was back in the March days, and Harden's still playing.
Harden's still going. I don't
That's
think
a
he
big-
was. Did he have the beard then?
I don't think so.
he did.
Bill Raftery was on the call that day. I was in
you
the
like
stand.
that,
I was in the upper rafters there
Raftery is on the call.
for that game. He
Wow.
was, yeah. And Nebraska won. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, this is to you, Sip.
Yes, I think I set the
Yeah.
number.
Okay, Sip, and then Logan, go over under your answer. How many NBA players are averaging 20 or more points per game this season?
Um, 29.
Over under 29, Logan, for the win.
I would think there's one per team, so I'll say over.
Not a bad guess. You said 29. The answer was 32.
Ooh.
Just 3 off. So not bad.
Oh.
And probably good math there by Logan. The team scored 100-plus points. Probably going to be one guy averaging 20
Yeah.
or more.
Yeah.
Logan, well done. We'll get you bagels. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road. Nice win today.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, Logan. Good job. Logan,
That was a good game.
Did he say he's calling from Lincoln? Yeah, he's from
Yeah, he was
Lincoln.
calling from Lincoln, yeah.
Yeah.
You played well today. I mean,
And he said maybe 10 people in Lincoln follow the NBA.
well, listen, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I don't watch them. I just track them. Does that make me a fan or not? I do not go out of my way to watch the NBA. So I guess I would not be in the 10. I track them because I care about them and I want to see them do well. But I will not be going to Wings and Rings to go watch the Miami Heat play.
Well, Alex doesn't do that. Alex, grandson, Alex, he follows the Heat very closely. Who's the Cleveland guards that Donovan
Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell. I didn't realize the disdain that Alex and Cashton, and I don't know about Dominic. Dominic wasn't with us the other day. They have an ungodly disdain for Donovan Mitchell, because when we went to Oklahoma City last year, Oklahoma City, it was an epic. It was supposed to be an epic game. I think they had the two best records in the NBA, and Oklahoma City mopped the floor with them, and it was never a game. It was like 21-4 out of the gate, and Donovan Mitchell had 4 points. Alex, the other day, was it Sunday when we went to eat or Monday? Monday, he said, "I never want to see him again." I was like, "Geez, that's animus."
A little dark.
That's animus. Like he said, I never want to see him again. We made that trip because partly because of him. Then he scored 4 points. Was a no-show.
Yeah,
he was a no-show.
Sports are emotional.
Cashin was angry too. They kind of blew our trip. We just see one game and it was a blowout.
2 questions on Donovan Mitchell. Do you want to guess his school he went to and his nickname? Spider-Man. Yes,
it's not okay.
Spider-Man.
And Donovan Mitchell's school?
Maybe it's just Spider. I thought it was Spider-Man. It might just be Spider. One of the two. Where do you go to school
at? I don't know.
Louisville.
Oh, did he really?
Louisville.
Wouldn't have got that. Wouldn't have gotten that.
Just
15 guesses.
Random knowledge in my head. I don't know where it comes from.
He went to Louisville.
He did. When we come back, we'll talk to your colleague, Husker Alliance Sean Callahan. Next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Pinnacle Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
At Anderson Ford, we have commission-free guides who are paid to give you a great experience, not make a sale, so you can choose the best vehicle for you. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2025 Ford Escape for $222 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 4003618. Lease for $222 per month for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 5,000 plus first payment due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 2/2/26.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Blake Farm Outfitters, and we're all about equipping the modern farmer. Our team is Nebraska's go-to for precision planting, SurePoint liquid systems, Green Eye spot spray, and more. So whether you're considering an equipment upgrade, adding new tech, or just need a trained eye to service what you have, check us out. Creep on us at BlakeFarmOutfitters.com and get connected with our team of experts. We're excited to help you find what's next. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Stop into Zollner Ford Beatrice and check out a brand new 2026 Ford Explorer for only $39,995. That's right, under $40,000 for a brand new Explorer, loaded with extras like Copilot 360, second row captain's chairs, and more. With approved credit, receive financing as low as 2.9%. Treat mom to a new Explorer for Valentine's Day this year from Zollner Ford Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect. MSRP $45,175.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Just got the brakes fixed on my car today.
You did? You haven't even left the office.
I didn't need to. I got a guy who picks up my car and drops it off when it's done.
Well, who's your guy?
Graham Tire. They have pickup and delivery service at all 5 of their Lincoln locations.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
The 2026 Love Nebraska season is underway, and professional volleyball is back in a big way. From powerful serves to game-changing rallies, every match brings elite competition to the court. See some of the game's top athletes, including Lexi Rodriguez and Jordan Larson, compete right here in Nebraska. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the sport, there's a match for you this season. Explore the full schedule and plan your night out at lovbneb.com/schedule.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe it's less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering the magic in life. I'm Ryan Buck, your Lincoln, Nebraska, Edward Jones financial advisor. Count on me for your financial strategies that can help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me today at 402-483-0377. Again, that's 402-483-0377. And let's find you rich. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to stay up late. It's time for Early Break. Sponsored by Nebco and Anderson Ford. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I like Stone.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
And here comes a sandwich from God.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
Hey, somebody grab me a mocha quick, would you?
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 3 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen with you. Bill Busch out today, back again tomorrow. Third hour sponsored by our friends at Nebco.
The Co.
Now hiring at Concrete Industries for precast production laborers. Check them out at concreteindustries.com or at nebcoinc.com. Also, third hour sponsored by Anderson Ford, the ultimate sandwich of Lincoln. 27th and I-80 and also 33rd and Yankee Hill. They have all the Fords you could possibly want.
Is it taco a sandwich?
No.
That's been a
well, I don't get the bill calling it a taco of Lincoln. The sandwich. You know, they're
we'll address this tomorrow.
We will. But it's fine. It's a description.
Anderson Ford.
Yes.
Both sides of town.
Yes.
North and south.
You can't
Covered.
miss. And they have a lot of great inventory. We are now joined by Husker Alliance Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. We'll get to the schedule in a second, but last night, Nebraska basketball suffers their first loss of the season without Braden Frager, without Rink Mast, who was announced 12 minutes before the game he was not going to play. They lead for 36 minutes, lose by 3. Sean, is this an instance where even in a loss, they gain more respect in the country for how this went last night?
Yeah, to be that undermanned and outsized. Look, they just ran out of gas. I mean, they didn't have a bench. I mean, they got Garcia and Curtis in there to buy some first half minutes. But, you know, in the second half, clearly they were keeping those main guys in, and you could just tell. I mean, Michigan made a few defensive adjustments, and Nebraska obviously ran out of some of that gas they had in the first half. But, man, what a night. I mean, I think everybody holds their heads up high right now when you think about this team. And I can't imagine now, Jake, what Sunday is going to be like at 3 p.m. in Pinnacle Bank Arena, especially if Brendan Frager and Rink Mast are back out there with a chance to get the season sweep over an Illinois team that's also one of the best teams in the country.
What was your mindset going into the game when you're following along on Twitter and it was evident that Rink Mast was not going to play because he was throwing up?
I was like, well, I just kind of said, you know, they're probably going to lose this game now. It's going to be really, really tough. But then again, I thought back to last year. If you remember when Michigan came into Pinnacle Bank Arena, Fred Hoiberg and Nate Linzer held them to one of their worst games of the season. I mean, they completely bottled them up and had a great plan. So they understand how to go at this team, defend this team, and do what they did. And Fred made the comment they resemble an NBA team. Well, Nate Linzer and Fred both coached in the NBA and the G League, and so they knew how to match up and guard this team, and they had a great plan, and they did it again, even undermanned. I mean, that was the most impressive thing, the way they neutralized things, the way they continue to find shots, create shots, to do it without two of their best players out there. And you know, it was just Connor Season too, you could argue. You know, they were missing so many guys that, you know, would have made a huge difference in a game like this.
Sean, it feels like to me that maybe locally and for sure nationally that fans, people are waiting for Nebraska to lose the first game and maybe get blown out. It didn't happen. They lose by 3, and like we mentioned, all the circumstances. So I would ask you, 21 games in, are we ready to claim that this could be a national championship level basketball team that we're watching in Lincoln, Nebraska this year?
I mean, it really, guys, is set up to make a run at winning the Big Ten. I mean, Michigan's going to own a tiebreaker over Nebraska, but you have Purdue and you have Illinois in PBA. You go to Rutgers. I mean, you've got Penn State at PBA. You've got Maryland at PBA. I mean, you've got such a great run of games here that LA Triple Eight will be tough.
Yep.
The doubleheader of Iowa is going to be always tough. But it is a schedule set up to, you know, to get to 16, 17, 18 wins. I mean, it's in the conference, which is unheard of in the Big Ten.
And then
obviously a good seed. And I think getting that, it's a triple bye. I've been reminded, not a double bye anymore. You want to get that triple bye in the Big Ten tournament.
Okay.
You want to get a 2 or a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. You want to get to Oklahoma City or St. Louis, so the entire 93.7 The Ticket show lineup can be down there for shows, right, Jake?
You are right, Sean. That will happen.
Sean, just say it. This team can win a national title. It's really bizarre that it swung this way. But, Sean, say the words.
Oh, I mean, it is. It's unreal. And everyone's shocked. Like, even those announcers on the Peacock, which, by the way, that was not a
Nick
world-class
Stauskas.
broadcast.
Yeah, former Michigan Wolverine on the broadcast. Nick Stauskas calling the game.
I think Mitch Sherman said it best. They seemed befuddled that Nebraska was playing so well. Mitch was like, they're 20-0. Like, what? I mean, like, what's befuddling about how
They're
well
ranked
Stanford's shooting? Have you not? Well, the Big Ten buried Nebraska on TV games this year. They don't get any CBS games or good.
Yeah.
I mean, their 3 biggest games have been on Peacock this year. You know, and even the Kansas State game was on Peacock.
Yes, it was.
So it's. And then when they do get big games, a lot of times they're like Sundays at 3:00, going head to head against the NFL.
Right.
Sean, I think it's possible that those announcers were befuddled and didn't understand how good Stanford was. I think it's very possible they didn't know.
Yeah. Well, and this broadcast, they didn't even have like a studio show. They didn't run commercials.
No, they didn't.
You have a top. I'm a businessman, and you're a top. I mean, Jake, you could have bought the inventory and sold ads on
absolutely.
that
I would
thing.
love. I wish I could have. That'd been amazing.
So the broadcast was poor.
It was not great. Yeah, not at all.
Schedule.
Yeah, Sean, Nebraska, we know the schedule for football next year. Nebraska, if you're looking, I mean, there's 2 ways. There's the glass half full, glass half empty. If you're positive, the first 5 games, I mean, there's a path to 5-0. Ohio, Bowling Green, North Dakota, at Michigan State, home against Maryland. That is a pretty nice start to the season. November's rough with 3 road games. But, Sean, your overall assessment of how this breaks down for Nebraska, was this a good, as good as it could be for the schedule?
Yeah, Jake, when you look at these schedules now, you've got to think TV network executives. And what they've done is, all right, if Nebraska has any semblance, we're going to get them to 5-0. And we're not going to make any ratings on those games, probably those first 5, but maybe we'll put them on Friday night against Michigan State. We'll get a rating on that game on Friday night if they play that game on a Friday. But then at 5-0, you would get Indiana and Oregon, and the Big Ten will get ratings on those games.
Yeah.
With a 5-0 Nebraska, maybe a 5-1 Nebraska. So I think it's set up for Nebraska for that. They're going to give them an opportunity to get up to that point, and then the conference will benefit from the ratings, which they got their butts kicked by the SEC in TV ratings last year. Then at the end of the year, you get Ohio State late, and Ohio State's always good for a late season number. But that very well could be a night game in Lincoln late in the year. the league struggles to get, those kind of teams to agree, or for whatever reason, the tolerances that schools have with night games. Wouldn't shock me if NBC puts that at night, just to get a rating on that game late in the year, when it's hard to kind of find some of those opponents. Like last year, Nebraska's Penn State game on that same week was a night game. The year before that, Nebraska-Wisconsin was a night game in Madison, or it might have been 2 years before that. So we've seen that late season November 21st game, for whatever reason, Nebraska tends to fall on the night game sword. And it wouldn't shock me the late part of the schedule is concerning with only one November home game. But that's what's going to happen when you play a 9-game schedule, and this is the year you only get 4 home games in the league. You're going to have one September conference game. You're going to have 2 in October, and you have 1 in November. And so that's what's scary about it, is you're only going to get one look at this team in Lincoln in November, and it's going to be against potentially the number 1 ranked team in the country.
And with only 4 Big Ten home games, you rule out the possibility of Nebraska playing a Friday night home game?
Yeah, it's my understanding that it's not on the table right now. I mean, the Big Ten did scale back the Friday night games. They went from having 9 2 years ago to, I believe, 4 or 5 this year, like the conference games. It might have been 4, I think, was what the total was. So they went all in that a couple years ago, and I'm sure the feedback wasn't great, especially when certain teams don't have to at home. Like Iowa's even protected from playing them because of the hospital. They can't have the Friday night home game in the fall. They can do it on Black Friday because it's the campus is shut down on Thanksgiving. But I think the Michigan State one is the one that makes sense right now when you look at how it plays. I mean, I've been told that Illinois and Michigan State were the 2 that could potentially be a Friday game, one of those 2. And we won't know that till May. I just have a hard time thinking they would play Friday night in November. But maybe I'm wrong there. You just never know, because Fox will have games obviously on the calendar on those Friday nights.
Sean, this is obviously a fluid conversation, but right now, as you assess this schedule early, I mean, again, things change over the course of a year, a course of an off season. What's the ceiling and what's the floor? What's the ceiling record-wise for Nebraska?
I think the floor is around 5. I mean, and I think the ceiling's probably 7 or 8 at like everything coming together. But again, we don't really know
7.
Until we see Calandria, until we see Orich and this offensive line and what the defensive line situation looks like, and the running back. We forget about that too. The running back thing is a big part of next year. But what I do like is they've got 5 games early that aren't playoff level ranked teams, and Ohio coming in won't be essentially an easy opener. I mean, that was a 9-win team last year. So
correct.
You have a pretty decent opener. Then Bowling Green is lower, and obviously North Dakota. But you've got to take advantage of that stretch to develop this roster. And then I don't look at Michigan State as a daunting road opener because of the fact it's a year 1. And Pat Fitzgerald's really never had to build with the transfer portal before and do it. So I'd imagine it's been a learning curve for him to kind of build his team here for year 1. And then Maryland, we know, will be an athletic team with a great quarterback, but it's in Lincoln. So I just think that opening stretch is so critical. And then can you survive the gauntlet of Indiana and Oregon? And then, that Washington game, as we know, is going to be a bear in Lincoln. I mean, they're going to come in with a great quarterback, a really good head coach. Mm-hmm. And so, it's tough. I mean, there's no easy ways around it, guys, but I think if you can win the Washington game, or, go on the road to Illinois and or Rutgers and win on some of those road games, I mean, that's the difference. In Iowa, you just don't know. I mean, Iowa's got a new quarterback. Look at Iowa's 3-game stretch they have to play to open up Big Ten play. I mean, that's going to really
they play
tell
Michigan,
us all
Ohio State back-to-back games.
And then they have at Washington.
That's their start of Big Ten play. Their end of the schedule is very kind, but their start is brutal.
Yeah, how about this? Iowa plays the entire old Big Ten West, the final 6 games of the year.
Yeah,
really.
If they get past those, first couple of games, that It'll be a playoff team potentially. Last thing, Sean. Hey, special teams was really bad the first 2 years of the Matt Rule era. It was good last year with Mike Eckler. He's on to USC. What is the plan to replace him for Nebraska?
Matt Rule has said on the record that they plan to do it from in-house, but is that really the plan, or is there going to be more? I mean, spring ball starts in a month. My question would be, they theoretically had 800 and some thousand earmarked for Mike Eckler if he stayed on this year. So what then happens to that additional salary? Because they didn't really break the bank with a lot of the new hires. I mean, Rob Orrich's pay is equal or so to John Butler. They're playing their new defensive line coach, Corey Brown, less than Terry Braden was making before. Roy Manning, they didn't go all out on his deal. So financially, they would have some money. But if you add it up, guys, they have without a special teams coordinator, I think Coach Busch would find this fascinating. There's 17 contracted coaches right now, and I believe counting the strength coach, which back in the day it was 9 and became 10. So they have a huge pool of what you would label contracted coaches, and what that means to the listener, that's a guaranteed deal where you get that extra year if you got fired, or 2 years where your standard people up in the department, like the recruiting and personnel, they're just straight up W-2 employees, and if they get fired, they might get 60, 90 days pay, and they're done.
17 contracted coaches, including Corey Campbell.
Yep. And then, so if they bring in a new special teams person, that'd be 18.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of contracts right there. That's a lot.
And how many of those are 3-year deals, Sean? Just one?
Orich would be 3.
Right.
I don't know the parameters of Dana's where it's at, but I think Dana came in on was it a 2 or 3? I think it was a 3. It was a 3.
Okay.
So he's got 2 remaining.
Okay.
And there have been new, but yeah, that was one thing we saw Matt Rule do a lot, was these 3-year deals with Satterfield. That's why he made $1.442 million last year, and now he's down, I believe, to $550.
$550 is the number,
which is more in line of what a veteran tight ends coach would make. That's not a coordinator, but yeah, it's fascinating to kind of break down. Now they are paying Jeep Wade obviously about $100,000 more than Donovan Raiola was making.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of their bigger hires they made, but it's not like they went all in on, in terms of how much they're spending for this defensive staff. I mean, so we'll kind of see what this looks like on special teams.
Sean, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We will chat with you again next week.
Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Husker Line, Sean Callahan.
Wow, that's a lot. That was a lot of info.
I want one note, quickly going back to basketball for a second, but Sean addressed this one on Peacock last night. I should have mentioned this earlier, and people have been sending screenshots throughout the game. The broadcast team was highlighting on the bench Rick Mast. Here's the problem. It was Leo Curtis they were reporting on the broadcast.
This is not good. This stuff's not good.
They said, there's Rick Mast there. They said, I think he's in the locker room. That's not Rick Mast. That's Leo Curtis right there.
See, I hope people are seeing why we push back on Peacock so much.
Peacock has been a very lucky network for Nebraska. It was their first loss in a long time.
It's a bad broadcast, though.
It was not great. The energy was not right. That broadcast deserved elite energy, and it just, both guys didn't have it.
That's a poor commentary, Jake, on Peacock. It is.
They had a top 5 matchup.
No more Peacock.
A top 5 matchup.
Yeah.
Put Nebraska versus Maryland this year on Peacock. Maryland is terrible, but don't find a way to flex that game out of Peacock for the sake of viewership and the sake of just the game itself. That game deserved Bill Raftery and Gus Johnson on the call. I know they're Big East contracted, but I'm just saying, my world, I want them on the call for that.
As far as Sean's interview goes, he's like kind of slipped in there his ceiling, and he said 8 or 7. 7 ceiling.
I pushed back a little bit on Sean. I kind of did some 5 is the floor and 7 is ceiling. That's a very minimal ceiling and floor. You think, hey, 9 wins, 3 losses. I think the floor is 3 or 4. 5 is not they could go worse than 5. But I think the ceiling is 8.
I'm saying 4 floor, 8 ceiling.
Yeah, I think
that's what I'm saying.
We're in line there.
Yeah.
If you lose to Ohio, then 3 is the floor.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that's a reasonable right now. And the conversation obviously can evolve. It will evolve. It will evolve. For me, it usually evolves to more wins because I'm kind of excitable. Anthony Calandria. You're going to see him in the spring game, and he'll probably look pretty good. They'll make it so he looks pretty good, right? And that you can get carried away with that kind of thing. I've tended to do that over the years. I would think they'll play Calandria a lot to get some juice in the. Listen to us breaking down the spring game to get the juice in the fan base. That's what I think. That's what I would do.
It'd be tough for me to watch the spring game when Nebraska's in Elite Eight that day.
What if they played 11 o'clock?
I won't be watching the spring game then.
What? They play the spring game at 11 a.m.
I might be just locked into a lot of.
We might be gone,
basketball.
right?
Right,
We might be gone.
We might be there.
Yeah, Sean's got to deal with this. We might be in St. Louis or Oklahoma City. Or no,
that'd be the next round.
That'd be the next round. I will be all right. We got to cover the spring.
When we come back, there's a new head coach in Buffalo. There's a name people know, but is it the right guy that's next?
There's some dysfunction in Buffalo.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Nepco and Anderson Ford on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
At Anderson Ford, we have commission-free guides who are paid to give you a great experience, not make a sale, so you can choose the best vehicle for you. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2025 Ford Escape for $222 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 4003618. Lease for $222 per month for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 5,000 plus first payment due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 2/2/26.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, and they've built neighborhoods in and around Lincoln for over 25 years.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of January, because get an early start on it. Sit down, the snow's flying. Let's sit around the table. Let's drop some plans. Let's put numbers together. Let's get a budget put together, and let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Way up there where the sun comes up under the big red sky, I do life the way I love, with family by my side. I feel home with me, no matter where I go.
Proud of where we're from, excited for where we're going. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge. with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf.
Sports Show. Don't miss the family show of outdoor fun, the 57th Annual Boat Sport and Travel Show, January 30th to February 1st at the Sandhills Global Event Center. RVs, boats, docks, golf carts, resorts, fishing lures, family entertainment, and more. See exotic animals at Wildlife Encounters. Enjoy the petting zoo and the balloon lady. Doors open at noon on Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Bring the neighbors. See you there. Sports Show.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Don't wait. The clock is ticking at Landmark Implement's annual inventory reduction sale. For a limited time, get special financing as low as 1.9% for 12 months, then 6.2% interest for 48 months on select equipment. No auction, no waiting, just inventory price to move. Once it's gone, it's gone. Visit Landmark Implement or shop online at landmarkimp.com. Then click on the featured used equipment and experience the Landmark difference.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A reminder, if you're looking for a place to fix your Apple products, there's one place in the state to go to in Lincoln, Kearney, Hastings, and Grand Island. That is Computer Hardware. Go see Tripp and the team just south of 70th and O in Lincoln. Also, as mentioned, in Kearney, Hastings, and GI. 46 years in business. You can get all your watches, phones, computers fixed there, and also buy product there. Sip.
This would be a good day to go. I mean, it's going to be, the weather's
better,
manageable, mild,
tropical.
It would be a good day to head over there. Don't worry. And here's the thing about that place. You've been there.
Yes.
You can park literally 7 steps from the door. It's good parking.
Yep. And it's free.
Yeah,
free parking.
It's a good parking situation.
And it's a happy place. Tripp is always in a good mood. I've never seen Tripp in a bad mood ever.
I haven't.
I've seen him at various tailgates, at work, at different functions. Always happy. Always reliable. Jeremiah Tripp, Computer Hardware.
Okay.
Good man. Very interesting thing happening in Buffalo.
Oh, God.
So let's go back to last week.
Yes.
The Broncos, of course, the Bills, have a lead, and they lose to the Broncos. Unfortunate loss for Josh Allen in Denver. And Sean McDermott gets fired on Monday.
Sean McDermott by Pagula.
Terry Pagula, yeah, the owner of the Bills.
Yes.
And Brandon Beane is the
GM.
The GM. He sticks around. He's sticking around. Yes. They brought up a name, Keon Coleman. Is that someone that they drafted that Pagula takes the blame for? Someone that has not panned out at receiver for the Bills, which is a very bizarre thing. But now they go through the search for the head coach. They have talked to Brian Dable. They talked to a variety of different people. Mike McDaniel was talked to. At least he eventually did decline an interview in person. But they end up hiring the man who's been the offensive coordinator, Joe Brady.
Yeah. Odd.
If you're going to fire the head coach and that's the plan, don't you? I mean, you got to go through a process. Rooney Rule obviously is in play in when you hire a new coach. But I'm curious, was this the plan all along, or just did it come down to this when you didn't find the right guy?
Seems like it was the plan all along to me. God, I was telling you off air, I'd heard it from an NFL guy in November that Brady's name came up at Penn State.
Right.
Okay, Joe Brady's name came up at Penn State, and I was asking an NFL assistant coach that I know, would Brady do the Penn State thing? He goes, no, he's going to be the Bills coach.
This is back.
That was in November. He said, no, he'll be the Bills coach.
Sean McDermott went 8-8 in the playoffs. I know that they never got to the Super Bowl, but he won 8 playoff games. They won at Jacksonville this year. They should have beat Denver and did not. They blew that game in Denver. And again, I know they probably didn't get along with management. That's the big deal here. But Joe Brady was on the staff. Like, he was already there.
That's the thing. This is odd to a lot of Bills fans. Pagula spoke about, after the loss to Denver, a proverbial playoff wall that they couldn't get over.
Yep.
So they needed new leadership.
Okay.
They didn't really go get
It's
new
the
leadership.
same leadership,
Yeah.
just a different voice in the building.
It's now a guy who reports to Bean, who reports to Pagula. I mean, it's not really it's not much different, right?
No, and listen, Joe Brady is a very respected and popular name in football, so not just college. Obviously 2019 LSU with Bill on that staff, and he's been in the NFL with Matt Rule at Carolina and now with the Bills. He's respected, but I think it's odd how it came down to him when he was on the staff of the guy that was fired.
Okay, and then what you're talking about earlier, this is straight out of the New York Times. Joe Brady was among 9 candidates Buffalo spoke with, although nobody received a second interview. The front office quickly let reporters know Brady articulating his vision as the team CEO was a home run. This is suggesting that this was done.
Yeah.
And that I hadn't even thought about it too much, but that conversation I had with this NFL, he's a passing game coordinator, that suggests that it was already maybe in the works, that if they were going to jettison McDermott, that it would be Brady.
And by the way, if you expect him to resurface McDermott, it sounds like he's going to take a year off of coaching. They still have no head coach with the Cardinals at this point. Mike LaFleur might be the guy, not Matt LaFleur, but Mike LaFleur could be the guy. And Cleveland had a second interview with Nathan Shieldhouse. Remember that name from back in Illinois? He was the quarterback at Illinois back in when Kenny Bell and the team ran over Illinois.
Yeah, I didn't know he was.
He might be the head coach of the Browns by the end of the day. He's 35.
Brady, by the way, is 36. He's never assembled a staff. You know who they're looking at for defensive coordinator, right? Jim Leonard.
That'd be a great hire.
He's the Broncos defensive pass coordinator. He's the leading candidate, Jim Leonard, for the Bills defensive coordinator.
I would think that'd be a great hire if they get Jim Leonard.
I would think so too.
So Buffalo hires Joe Brady, 5-year contract for Brady. Again, he's been with the organization. He's sticking around. Could be Jim Leonard as DC. Josh Allen has a guy he knows and trusts as the head coach, as his former OC. So, the Bills, people keep saying their window is as long as Josh Allen's there, the window is open for Buffalo. Great quarterbacks get you over the hump.
Okay.
They didn't have great talent this year, and they still went 12-5 and almost went to the AFC title game, where they could have, played the Patriots, who they beat this year at one point.
It looks like there's some dysfunction there, though.
Yeah, but again, if Josh Allen is on your roster, you have a chance to win.
Yeah. And what I would say is, in football, because so many people involved, you can find dysfunction.
Absolutely.
But the great players and great coaches tend to smooth it out. They can overcome it. But you got to find people that can overcome it.
The Spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Presented by NIPCO on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Führer's cheese spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Don't miss the family show of outdoor fun, the 57th annual Boat Sport and Travel Show, January 30th to February 1st at the Sandhills Global Event Center. RVs, boats, docks, golf carts, resorts, fishing lures, family entertainment, and more. See exotic animals at Wildlife Encounters. Enjoy the petting zoo and the balloon lady. Doors open at noon on Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Bring the neighbors. See you there.
Tired of your furnace running overtime this winter? Let Heartland of Nebraska Windows save the day. Upgrade to stunning, energy-saving triple-pane vinyl windows installed by their team of experts. Every window comes with a lifetime warranty on everything, all for a price you can actually afford. Free estimates, flawless replacements, and peace of mind from a family-owned business you can trust. Don't wait. Call Heartland of Nebraska Windows at 402-430-3852 or visit heartlandofnebraskawindows.com today.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
And electrical.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the top-selling Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to help blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide smooth energy so you can cruise through the day. Home of free samples and better than internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One Love. Couple of notes before we get out of here. Nebraska women's basketball tonight against Northwestern.
Okay.
At PBA, 7 p.m. Big Ten Plus. Can't watch BTN Plus tonight. Nebraska, Northwestern women's basketball. Huskers trying to win 2 straight after they beat Illinois on Saturday.
Okay.
After Nebraska beat who they beat Saturday? Minnesota. Also, again, Nebraska basketball, number 5 in the net this morning.
Okay.
I think that's up from where they were at yesterday. They moved up with the loss, the 3-point loss to Michigan. If you care about John Rothstein, who is the robot of college basketball, still has Nebraska this morning at 5th, even with the loss last night.
Shouldn't drop.
He was one of the guys that I talked about nationally, very impressed with the effort last night without Rink Mast and Braden Frager. I want to read.
Really remarkable.
I want to find Seth Davis here.
I keep saying, I'll fill in while you're looking. I keep saying Nebraska's basketball team this year is hard to kill. That's my stock phrase. And now at times they're hard to believe. I mean, it's getting like that, but you got to believe in them. I mean, this team's capable of making a monster run.
Here was the again one of the tweets. Seth Davis, he's a CBS Sports
long time
basketball guy. He says,
analyst.
He says, that was one of the gutsiest performances I've seen all season. This Nebraska team has heart. Came up a bucket short. The undefeated season is over, but this team has bigger goals to chase. Seth Davis.
They certainly do. I think it's clear to everybody now. I think that's what that game did. Maybe that was the value of it.
Find Rothstein's tweet.
There was a lot of validation in that game for people that maybe hadn't validated Nebraska. I think the stool had. It was just further validation for us largely. But now I think it does turn the conversation more into, anything's possible with this team. When I say anything, I mean anything.
John Rothstein, again, the robot of college basketball. He says he's the college basketball insider is how he describes himself.
Yeah.
He says Michigan by split decision. I think it was not a TKO. Tough. He also says we learned more about Nebraska tonight than anyone else. The Huskers went to Ann Arbor without 2 of their top 6 players and outplayed Michigan for the majority of the game. There are no moral victories, but Fred Hoiberg's team proved it is definitely good enough to win the Big Ten Conference.
Okay, so we have jumped the whole conversation about finally winning an NCAA tournament game, right?
Yes,
we have. And we should. It's just sort of. I can't use the word interesting. It's sort of compelling how it's happened organically. We're not really thinking now about, oh God, if they just remember the conversation used to be, well, if they just win one game in the tournament, Fred gets a statue.
It was uncomfortable. I mean, we talked about, do you count the play-in round as a win? I said no, but that was an ongoing conversation. We said, and we all three backed this up. That's why this year's shocking. We said all offseason, it's sad that we have to just, the bubble is where Nebraska's best chances are.
Right.
Like that has been eternally what this program has been.
Yeah, we described them as the eternal bubble team.
And so the fact they're doing this, like they're a no doubt tournament team. It could be a 1 seed, could be a top 3 seed,
I know somebody's going to, I wonder if anybody in the text line is going to say, you guys are getting a little ahead of yourselves. No, I don't think we are. I don't think we are, in part because Purdue's backing off a little bit right now. They've lost 3 straight. They lost to Indiana last night. That game looks very, very manageable to me. I mean, a game you should win at home. Illinois is going to be very difficult game. But then the schedule lightens up late. And Nebraska's going to.
Iowa will be. They have played a game at Iowa late February. Then they have a home game with Iowa. Then of course, as Sean mentioned, the California stretch. They play at UCLA and USC back-to-back games.
I get it, and
those will not be easy. But if you're a tournament, if you're a good as they've been, they should win at least one of those 2 on the road, California, if not both.
I hope I can verbalize this. I think you always built in the possibility of a letdown. Okay, I get that. But this team doesn't really let down much. They don't have – there's a lot of reasons for it. They're veteran, they're mature, the chemistry is really good, but also it's the defense. The defense can always be there.
You know what's crazy is that this team did have a letdown. They didn't win by 19 points at Ohio State and Indiana. They just won by 10 and 3. That was their letdown.
Yeah.
Not crushing them.
Right.
That's a good spot to be.
They're just, we know what they are now. I think that's sort of the value of last night. and then you get Rank and Frager back for Illinois. I got to think Illinois is going, oh boy.
Probably pissed off, Frager to pass.
Oh boy.
Motivated, ready to get back out there.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far. I think it sounds like Frager's trending toward play.
Yes, I expect to see him and both him and Mast against Illinois.
Right. Mass has a few days now. It's a stomach bug. Usually you can
He'll
get
be
over
recovered.
that. Yeah, you can usually get over that, right?
Yes. That's it for us. The drive is next. We will see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Anderson Ford on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.